quote monthly with what is already in 5 out of 8 is 6250. So it definitely passes, I think, the 1% rule.
Boy, does it. It shatters it. So 6250 is for the 5 units?
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Man, you kind of want to
That's what I'm
go
saying.
to,
If I had the money, I would have bought it.
yeah, because I mean, that's $800 each if they were all rented. I'm sure they're getting more than that. They're probably getting 1,000.
Yeah.
Does that make
Closer.
sense? So $8,000 a month. Jeez Louise. Yeah, but again, there's something's going on besides money. And it
Yeah.
sounds like it's this management company situation. So yeah, don't lose that buyer. That buyer's gonna be gold for you down the road too.
Right.
But yeah, I would say put your efforts into finding a management company now. Get a
Okay.
commitment from them. Tell them you'll hire them for a year. Find out the price. Get some kind of a commitment going, and then let your buyer know, hey, I've got these guys. I met them through, friends that I know, and I trust them, and blah blah blah. And then let them, make the introduction. If he's comfortable, then he's going to be killing it. And so that's
Right. Right.
and if
Cool.
they're willing to take it on, then that solves all your problems. I think you're in a really good
Yeah.
situation.
All right. Well, if you want a JV on it too, I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
If you have a buyer.
Yeah. Live, I'll start searching for
Cool.
management companies, no problem. If you want me to be a part of it, I'd love to. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I'm down for it. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Send all the info to do me a favor. Send it to Marilyn and to me, to both of us, and that way we can get it into our system. And we can start searching for a management company, because it sounds like that's the only thing missing. And
yeah, I'm gonna call him and ask him, the buyer, that hey, if I find you a management company, would you still buy it?
Okay, do it this way. Do it this way. Say, hey, I've got a line on a management company that does these. If I can get a commitment from them, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's more of it shows him like, oh wow, this guy's going the extra yard. He already has talked to somebody.
Yeah.
And then go talk and try to find somebody.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
Appreciate it.
Okay, buddy. Take it easy.
Bye.
Okay, Trent, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm just I'm kind of close on an offer here. I'm doing that whole loop Section 8 thing where I'm looking for those, but I'm close on one. Do you think Section 8 will approve you if you have like just window units and no central HVAC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's incredibly common that people have the window units.
Okay, cool. Because that's the only issue I could see with it off the bat. But I think I got it at a good discount. So,
okay, tell me what you got. Let's hear the numbers.
Oh, okay. I'll pull it back up. It's a 3-1. It's listed at. Let's see here. He's interested at 65,000. And
what was his list price?
The list price is 80,000, but it looks to be in good shape. It's a bungalow.
So that's not really that big of a discount, just so you know. Anybody can get 15K. That's not a. We want to get. I want an 80,000 place to be 40,000.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, send it over. Let me take a look at it, and we'll see what we can do.
Okay, I'll text it to you or DM it to you.
Just DM it, and then so, how did you find it?
Just looking around on Zillow.
Okay. Have you used Wholesale Atlas yet?
Have I used what?
Wholesale Atlas yet?
Yeah, is that Vidush's thing?
Yeah.
I have used it in the past. I just never really used it when I had it.
Well, you know what's funny is I had it for about a month and I didn't realize how to use it. And so it's if you've got a second, I'm going to sell you on it because it's made my life really easy, because I used to look for things on Zillow, and it's fun to kind of do the process of how you look for it on Zillow compared to how you can look for it on Wholesale Atlas. So I had Wholesale Atlas, and all I was doing was using it to search an address, and that's like the tip of the iceberg. I mean, it does do that, but that's not what it's built for. And so that might be what you were doing as well. Yeah, this thing's pretty turnkey. It's rent ready for sure. What's the rent?
Oh, I guess whatever Section 8 is, but the rents in that area go for like 900 to 1,000.
Okay, that's reasonable for sure. Okay, let me look at it through Wholesale Atlas real quick. So here, I'm going to share my screen. I'm not going to share the address, even though I don't really like this as a deal. I don't think it's sellable yet. Are you done with this, or is this like, have you already made the offer and accepted and it's all done, or can you go back?
I already made the offer, $65K.
Okay, and they accepted.
I think he's interested, is what they said.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to hide the address, but share the screen here in a second as this is pulling up. Okay, so address hidden. Are you cool with me sharing the screen just to show you what I'm talking about?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, so yeah, that's anticlimactic when I can't find the button. Come on, there we go. Okay. Okay, so the way I would run this in Wholesale Atlas is, okay, you seeing it? Okay, the beauty of it is we know the price is 80 that they're asking. What I like about Wholesale Atlas right off the bat is they go down low. They're at 60. I think this is a 60%. I again would go 40%, but you're at 65, you said?
Right.
So right off the bat, it will probably go red because it doesn't like it. It likes to drop the price about 30 grand. Here's the reason. Let me explain it to you. Most people, when they put their property up, just like you would do if you were selling something on eBay or a car or whatever, you're going to crank the price up a little bit because you're going to say, hey, I don't want to leave any money on the table. I want to see what happens. And so you crank it up about, like usually with a house, people are cranking it up about $30,000 more than what they think they can get. Okay. That's just, they get 20 to 30,000. So right away, the 6,500, if we go in and we're saying Section 8, so now they're saying Section 8 rents are 1,530. Do you think that's unreasonable?
No, I don't think that's unreasonable.
Okay. So 1,530, we're getting our PITI at 6. It does everything for you. This is the beauty of Wholesale Atlas. We just punched it in. We know there's no loan. It's letting us know what the cost monthly is. It's showing us everything, and actually you're getting 44% cash on cash, which is going to get better when I take the assignment fee out. So at 65, you've got a cash flowing potential. If this is true, if that's 1,000, which is what we're saying, let's see how bad it gets. So we're losing 253 a month, but you still have a 21% cash on cash. Because in the long run, you're gonna be okay. It's an okay deal. It's not by any stretch. It's not an amazing deal.
Okay.
So if our rents are higher, then we're okay at 65. But I'd much rather see this at, of course, 40, which is half of what they're asking. Did you ask them about seller finance at all?
No, actually, she didn't even answer the phone. She just texted me, and she's one of those realtors that they just want to do everything through text.
So what I might do is send her a text and say, hey, I talked to my lender. My lender won't go for anything more than 40,000. Okay. And she'll be like, oh yeah, we're not doing that. Then you pivot and say, well, in order for me to get his 80,000, I could give him a down payment of 4,000, which is 5% of the offer price. We're going to stick with this $1,000 as a rent. we're gonna offer a payment per month that's 25% of the rent. So we're gonna offer $250 a month for 10 years. Okay. And so we'll go $250 a month for 10 years. What am I missing here? Something's missing. Hang on. Oh, let me go to advanced mode. 10 years. 10-year balloon. Interest rate 0. Boom, boom, boom. Section 8. Okay. And so in that situation, we can cash flow $451 or $457 a month. And your cash on cash is going to be a 105%, which is ridiculous. But yeah, that's where we're at, because the reason it's that high is because we're so low on the payment per month. The price is low. And so if you come in and tell them, hey, this is the only way that my lender is going to let me do this, after you kind of break their heart with a $40,000 offer, you're going to be a lot happier.
Okay.
Okay. That makes it sellable. So let me just show you real quick. The reason that I'm saying that you were using it wrong is because, did you ever use lead gen when you went into it? I didn't, because I didn't see it. I didn't know what it was. Did you?
What is that?
Did you try? This is lead gen for Wholesale Atlas.
Oh, no, I never use it. I would just use it for calculations.
Okay, good. You were, yeah, there's so much more here that I want you to see. So the lead gen is, what's cool is it gives you suggestions of places, or if you have some place you want to go. Where was that place that you sent me? Where's that?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay, so if you want to search Birmingham, you just type it in, and now it's gonna pull all the results in Birmingham. Okay. The beauty and what I've found, so you've got 1,200 leads here that are potential. I go and I sort by price. Okay. And I go low to high, and then I apply the filters. And so usually the first page, like these first 15 are usually trash. And so I don't even go to them. I go down to the very bottom. I sort by 60, and then start looking and seeing when things aren't trash anymore. So like right here, you've got a $45,000 one where the normal rents are Section 8's $1,500, normal rents $1,100. So you already know, because the numbers you're running on the other one, that this is possibly one to call on. This one to call on. 47,000, one to call on. One to call on, and this one is, their equity's low, so we wouldn't worry about that one. But do you see all these houses? I mean, this is one search, and this is one to call on. Really nice one to call on. You can make phone calls to all of these properties really quickly. This one's a good one to call on. 59,000, and it rents for 1,300 for, but at least 1,000, 1,100 for normal. These are all ones to call on. So in a matter of seconds, I just gave you 20, probably 30 that you could call on. You know what I mean?
And those are all market?
These are all on market. Wholesale Atlas is all on market stuff. And so if you see one you like, you can hit this little heart and just heart it. And you can create a list for yourself. Like, okay, I like this one. I like this one. These are all ones I like. And so then when you go to page 2, you're not searching for those. You come page 2 and start looking at all these. And we're talking, like, these are amazing because they're 68,000 and they're renting. So any of these that are under 100,000 renting for 1,000 a month, good to call on. So once you heart these, you go to your dashboard, and now they're all there. And you can just go to your dashboard. That's your homework, and you just go through them all and start calling on all of them. Okay. And right off the bat, you're going to know if it says seller finance. You come down here, you see 100% equity, 100% equity, 100% equity. These are all ones that have 100% equity. So these people own them outright. So you're going to be able to you can come in and give them a low cash offer, but you can pivot to seller financing at all these. So your days of searching in Zillow, taking the Zillow and going and running that address and then trying to find PropStream and see if PropStream can give you information about the stuff and the mortgage and it's all right here. So the second you do it, you go to analyze lead, you're seeing there's no open mortgages. You're seeing all the everything. It's 3-bed, 1-bath. You're getting all that information. You're getting your realtor information. You're getting your Section 8 offer. I go lower than this. I just typically go, just to make it easy, I just go 50%. So I'd say, 32.50.
Oh yeah.
30. Yeah, I always go 50% because that's where you can start. Okay. And so this is, and then if you're like, okay, well, I want to see what the seller finances, it only offers your offer, their offer price. It doesn't do the Richard, $8,000 over or $100,000 over the offer price. It starts at the $67,000, what they're asking for. It calculates your down payment at 5% is where we want to be instead of 10%. Everybody does 10%, and then you can't sell those. And then it gives you everything you need. The only calculation you have to do is you take the rent estimate divided by 4, because we want to give them 25% of the rents. Okay, so 1,200 divided by 4 is $300 a month. That's the only calculation you have to even worry about. I take out the assignment fee just so it doesn't get confusing. But here's your answer on a seller finance. Like, boom, we're killing it. We're going to be making $600 a month if they accept this. Let's say they don't. Then all you're doing is you're coming in here and you're saying, okay, how about I go 80,000 for your, now I'm over your asking price. You're asking 67. We still have the exact same cash on cash because we haven't changed this and we haven't changed the down payment. But they feel like they're getting way more money. Over the 10 years, this goes away pretty quickly. So we always make sure we do a 10-year balloon to start. These are all the starting figures of where we want to be. If we can get this, it's a home run. It's no question. But you're gonna have to finagle a little bit. You have to do some negotiating with them sometimes. Sometimes they just say yes. They're like 80,000. Yes, thank you. They don't think about anything else that we're doing. They're not thinking about the 0% interest rate. See what I'm saying? Does it make sense? So that's where Wholesale Atlas is outstanding. And so anytime you go to lead gen, it gives you 3 different places to go and look. If you go into Atlas mode, it does just like it does the entire country. And so you can go price, low to high, and apply the filters. Now you're starting off and you're starting at places that it says $1, but that's just a Zillow thing. But you're starting, like, you can go nationwide really quickly, get out of the dollar ones and see what people are actually doing. But
I wonder if they'd seller finance me that $500 one.
Right?
Seller finance $500.
Yeah,
is it still $30 a month?
What's that?
Is that still $30 a month?
It is 75.
Oh, 75 bucks.
Yeah, if you use a promo code Trent, you get the first month for, I think, $59. It's 25% off for the first month to incentivize you. And so,
okay.
But honestly, I'm telling you, like, for $75 a month, the amount of time we just saved, I found you in 30 seconds, 20 leads to call on. You know what I mean? And it allowed you to organize them. So now you know exactly what to do. The other cool part is once you go into it, there's a notes section. So you can put your notes in here and save it. And so when you go back to your dashboard to stay organized, it's simple. And it lets you know there's a little note and tells you what the note is. Okay.
And that's lead gen. You go under lead gen and then you type in the city.
Yeah, lead gen. And if you have a city you like, you type that in. If you don't, it gives you like, hey, Corpus Christi, New Haven, Connecticut. And you're like, okay, I don't like any of those. You go to refresh. They call this city roulette, which I kind of love. and it gives you all these different places. And
My
then
house just in Newport Richey, Florida.
what's that?
It said Newport Richey up there. Newport Richey is like the white trash capital of Florida. Some guy on a bike ran into my car.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I'm like, what the heck? Anyway, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, I had it before, but yeah, I'd be interested in looking at it again.
I did the exact same thing, Trent. I didn't use it to its full potential. All I was doing was exactly what you're doing. I was like, okay, it's cool. The calculations are easier. I'll just search in here, and I put an address in. Way not what it's for. Like, not even close. I mean, you can do so much more. I kind of want to see Port Richey now.
Yeah. Yeah, do it.
It's coming up. It takes a minute. That's the only downside is they're searching so much. They've got so many APIs that are searching Zillow and all the different places that you would be searching. So sometimes it takes a second. Sometimes you throw it in, especially when it's a small place. Like Port Richey is going to be terribly small, and so it takes way longer because nobody else on the server has searched that, I'm sure.
Oh, I see.
But when you search places that are, commonly searched, it comes up way faster. But again, I mean, in 30 seconds, I found you 20 places to call. And so you can do the exact same thing. It's so simple. And again, you just go in, make sure you go low to high, sort by price, and then click apply. It'll apply it, and then you'll have some to look at. But the whole key to this game is getting on the phone, because when you're on the phone, you're gonna also get to know these realtors, and they're gonna have even better listings than the one you're calling about.
Yeah, well, I can't. I'm having terrible pickup rates. Like it's like 10-20%.
Right, but if you have 30 of them to call on, you call call them 4 times. Again, remember that they don't answer on the first one or the second one because the phone company is blocking your number because you're an unknown. Another trick there is send them a text with your full name. Say, hey, this is Trent, and I wanted to look at this property, and then call. Okay, because now your name's in their phone, and so the phone company is like, oh, well, she already has talked to Trent. They had a text message together, and so then it goes through easier.
Oh, okay. So shoot a text, your name first, and then call them.
Yeah, with your full name, do your first and last. Hey, this is Trent, and what's your last name? And then and you just go for it. Here's Port Richey. Bro, not horrible though. Like, let's go sort by price, low to high, apply the filters. Let's see where we're at. Okay, right off the bat, so I kind of like this. This tells me it's not a trashy area, because the very first page, usually I have to go to page 2 to get away from the super low like hammered houses. But right now we're looking 67,000, normal rents $13.99. 91, 16. This is not a bad area. Like, these are all ones to call on. So far, every single one of them. The first 6, 109. Yeah, you're fine there. You're good there. First 9. Okay, we just got 12 of them that you can call on. And you see what I'm looking at? I'm just looking at the numbers. 120, 16. If this number is bigger, like 13 is bigger than 120, let's go for it. Let's call it. That's the 1% rule. Makes it 10 times easier. So you have 15 different properties you could call on in that search. Whereas when you're doing Zillow, and you're taking about 10 minutes, I think we timed it. It takes you about 10 minutes to find something in Zillow that reaches what you want, because you have to go through and you have to find what the rent is. You got to find out what this gives it all to you. Here's your rents. You know what the rents are. You don't have to search anything else. Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's kind of cool. And if you hate it, I mean, you only spent $59 on it for the first month. So
okay,
do not hesitate. Do this, guys. This is going to make your life so much easier. And then you won't hit your wife as much because you're so frustrated with the searching. So I mean, still hit her, but just not as much. All right. That is a joke, TikTok.
Thank you.
Big talk. Beat you up. All right, take it easy. And I'll put, hey, Marilyn, did you put the, there's a link that you can get to it. Yeah, there you go. It's in the chat, Trent. All right, who's next? Let's see. Hold on, I can't see anything. What's up, Nick?
Hey, Trent. I just wanted to ask you, I have the information sitting in front of me, but it's an off-market deal and I have an NDA signed.
Okay.
So I can't talk to you about it live on here, but if
Totally
you could
understand.
send your email,
Yeah, of course.
and I can send you all the details. I had a situation going on that I can't get this thing sold. So
Yeah, this is the one that you sent me already, right?
yep.
You settled at 2-4. I won't relieve the, oh, you didn't put the address anyhow. Yeah, you can send the address here. So is it just a,
It's a
let me see.
it's an apartment complex in Louisiana.
Okay, so in New Orleans, you got to make sure, did you find out the insurance and everything? Because insurance
Yes,
can
I
be
have all
pretty
that
low.
information.
Okay, with the insurance in there, it still looks good to you?
Yeah, it's at the price they have it at 3.2, it's 19% cash on cash. But I
Okay,
have
so
it settled at 2.4.
okay, perfect. And what's that put it up to? The cash on cash about 26?
Yes, 26, 28. It was something like that.
Great. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, send it over. What do you need my help with? It looks like you had somebody that you were JVing with.
Yes, and they decided they wanted to close the 27th of this month, and we had a close date of July 31st, but he didn't have a buyer lined up.
Okay. Your JV guy didn't have a buyer.
Yes. Yeah.
And why do they want to close so quick? They must have, must be
They
some kind
want
of
to get out. They want to get out.
Yeah. They're sick of it, huh?
Yep. They're planning on moving. I forget where he said, but
it's a 24 unit apartment complex. Are they living in it? Or
no,
they're just
they
living
own
close?
it and
They don't
live
wanna-
in Louisiana.
And do they have, do they have a management company handling everything?
I have no idea. I'm assuming
Find
so, but
Yeah, find that out. Yeah,
okay.
don't assume anything. And yeah, find that out because that makes a big difference because
Okay.
it just makes it easier transition for a new buyer.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, send over the address to me. Do you want me to just talk to you afterwards because you don't want to do it on here? Or do you want me
Yeah.
to, do you want to send the address? I can look at it. And keep it private.
If you want to set up a private call, we can do that too. Or
Yeah, yeah, we'll do a quick call on it. And we'll just right after Discord. I come off usually, I aim for 10, but sometimes it goes to 10:30. Yeah, just reach you like right after my live, just call me right after the live.
Okay, sounds great. And then I'll get all that information over to you now.
Okay, yeah, and find out about a management company. Ask them, tell them that you won't be closing by the end of the month. That's just not real estate. They should know better on a property that size.
Yeah.
That's not going to that fast. Let them know.
Yeah.
Just and kind of beat people up when they do that to you. And just say,
Yeah.
come on, we all know this.
This came out of the blue. He didn't even say anything. Like,
Yeah, just tell them no.
Yeah.
A big part of this business is exuding confidence. And we've got, I scored yesterday. I met a guy that we kind of interviewed each other. He used to work for Zillow. He's one of their top salesmen. And he wants to come help you guys. And so I'm working out all the details. Hopefully by next week, we're going to have him helping you guys with your sales tactics. He's
Cool.
the ultimate salesman. He's really cool. And so hopefully that's going to happen as sooner than later. Okay. Yeah. So I'll send you my email too, and you can send everything there.
Perfect.
All
yeah,
right.
Thank you.
You bet. Yeah. No, let's see what we can do. I mean, again, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough to move it that fast.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, cool.
Thank you, Trent.
Okay, buddy. Take it easy.
Yep.
Yeah, guys, just a quick tease for hopefully in the next couple weeks. I spent the day with him yesterday. and he is ridiculous when it comes to sales. He was with Zillow at the very startup of Zillow, and so he's going to do some consulting, hopefully for Wholesale Atlas, and help them with their sales as well. Remarkable human being, and he's said that he's got a little bit of time in the mornings, and that he would come and help us. So that's something to look forward to. Dylan, what's going on?
Hey, sorry. I'm about to send you an address. I just sent the address to you. So I called this agent this morning. The property foreclosure, and I think that it goes to auction.
Okay, you're breaking up. You're kind of going in and out. Let's see. I don't know if it's your internet or your mic. Go ahead and talk. Yeah. Do you have your noise suppression on?
Let's see.
We're just getting kind of an echo back. When I talk, I hear myself.
I'll do a turn noises.
There we go. That sounds actually better. I think you're good.
That's better.
Yeah, it might have been on my side.
So I talked to her this morning. Shot 200 at her for that property, and she said that the agent, at least, she said that was it was a little low, but to shoot it with this one. And then I was like, well, so I kind of wanted your help on this one.
Okay.
To
And
know,
so,
like,
where are they at on their? They've got a balance of 75. How far behind are they? What's the deal with the foreclosure part?
I'm not sure. So on PropStream, it shows they and then
it's your internet's going bananas. Yeah, it's hard to hear you. I'm seeing that they owe. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen real quick. The address. Let's just see if, and you can kind of nod and tell me what we're doing. Because do you know how? And if you want to answer in the chat while you're up, that's going to be probably more communication wise. Will help us at time. They're in pre-foreclosure, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know how far behind they are?
I don't know.
Okay, so the thing, when you come across something that is pre-foreclosure, it means that they've missed several payments. So here's your. Are you seeing that?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's your house, and we're going to get on. So right here, we see that the amount of the loan was $95,000. Their balance is $75,000. What were they asking for? I don't want to go. So they were asking $275,000. So in their head, they have $200,000 in equity. Okay. But the beautiful thing is you've got them up against the ropes a little bit because they haven't been making their payments. So on things like this, these are ones that I come and I wait till the day of their house and I say, okay, it's decision time. Decide, do you want me to come in and take over? Would you like me to come in and take over your mortgage and save your credit? And I'm just not going to offer them anything. So what about this? Is it something that somebody brought to you? Is that what made it interesting?
I was just looking for foreclosures.
Okay, cool. All right. We need more info. Bottom line. So let's get back on the horn with them and say, I'm really interested in your house. I think I can help, but I need to know how far behind they are.
Okay. I'll do that. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, bro. Take it easy.
Bye.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, how do you get out of a sub 2 contract? Is you just say, hey, the inspection didn't go well, we're going to back out. And you send them a letter that says, I want to cancel the contract. That simple. Okay, let's see who's on stage here. Bear with me here. Okay, Trent, we got you. I'm going to move you to the audience. Momentum Factory, what's up? I see you've got a...
Hi,
did we
Trent.
already go over this? Hey, how are you?
Fine, fine. Thank you.
What's going on?
I already sent you a deal.
Yep, I see it. Pulling it up. Let's see. Where did you find this? On Zillow?
On Zillow, because on Atlas doesn't show up.
Yeah, because it's off market more than likely. I don't know why it doesn't come up on Atlas, but more than likely it's off market somehow. Because Atlas pulls from Zillow, so I don't know why
It
it would.
says it's for sale on Zillow.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Let me just and sometimes we got to kind of play with the address. Let's see. Because sometimes it doesn't like apartment or road. Let's see. Oh, am I? I'm not sharing, am I? Huh. Let me check here. Okay, so what are you seeing as the I'm sorry.
I share with you an Excel sheet.
Okay.
It's 6 units, 2
All right.
owners.
Oh, okay. I think that's what's happening because it's commercial. Okay, so it's not just that one apartment. It's the whole place. What you
Yeah.
sent me was apartment 1016. So maybe that's what's messing it up. Hang on, let me see. Yep, that's it. Okay.
I was editing up the rents. It's different from the Excel sheet.
Okay.
For my perspective, it brings 36,108 in total.
A year?
A year, yes.
Okay.
I was negotiating under negotiation with the agent. I offer 47, then 50 per unit. They now they started with 70, 65, now 60.
Okay,
I don't
they
know.
have it up for the one apartment they've got up for 50 for 49.5.
Okay.
The apartment 004. So how many apartments is this?
6.
Okay.
And all is rented.
Okay, and the rents are how much did you say?
In the Excel sheet, say this about 48 net profit, but I was adding up separately.
Wait, 4,800 a month?
Yes, but I don't know why, but I did it manually, and it is 36,108.
Right, that's per year. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, so that's 3,000 divided by 6 is $500 a unit is what it's renting out for, if that's right.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's a good deal. It brings the 1%.
If it's 500 a month?
Yes, about 500 a month.
We got to get a way lower price on this. What if, when you've talked to the realtors, what are they saying?
They are open to sell. They are open to sell. And they are motivated.
That's why it's on.
Yes, but the first time I offered 47K per unit.
Right.
But he didn't take it. I don't know if you are willing to JB with this one and talk with the realtor.
No, not yet.
sent
I don't like the numbers yet. So you offered 282,000 for all 6?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. At $500 a month, it's not tremendous. I don't love a $500 a month, because just even the clientele you're bringing in, they can't afford more than $500 a month. They're not going to really take care of the place. So you're going to be dealing with a lot of stuff on that. So, yeah, we got to get the price way down. That price is too high. I feel.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is, and do we know how they look inside? Anything? Have you seen them?
No. Just the pictures, but they posted almost the same pictures.
Send me what they posted, because I'm just seeing it by apartment. I'm not seeing it by. Do you have a link for what they sent you?
No. They sent me the spreadsheet, and
Okay.
I got the information from the realtor from Zillow with just unit,
Yeah.
and she told me about they have more units. And
Okay, they're
for me, the
saying.
most interesting.
Oh, bro, they're saying that rents are $1,200 a month. Yeah, this is good. If I thought we were saying that the rents were of $500 a month.
No, the net profit is 36,000 per year net profit.
Okay, that's what they're taking home each year. Okay.
Yeah, and this is the 1%.
Yeah. This is way better than I thought. Okay, so and they're asking for 50,000 per unit. Basically?
No, I offer 50, and they are in 60 now. Maybe they are willing to 53 or 55. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, let me see. On Zillow, I'm getting a way different. Hold on, I'm just checking it everywhere. So, do they own this outright?
Say it again, please.
Do they own them outright?
Yes.
Okay.
They are two owners. Two owners
There's
for
two.
each 3 units.
Okay, and is this all that's there, or they just have 6 in that complex?
6 in that complex.
Okay, because what I'm seeing is, like, if you're looking, have you looked at the other ones in the complex?
No.
Okay,
Personally,
so we got to get an idea of what these are worth. There's a gazillion of them for sale, like literally so many. I'm go on Zillow and just type in everything except the apartment number.
yeah.
And you'll see there's a bunch for sale.
For me, the interested is already rented. I don't know if it is.
How much are they renting it for? Has it are those
1,200.
rents
It's
for sure?
1,200, 1,100.
Okay. Yeah, no, that part's great. That part's really good. Yeah, this has got potential now. I'm sorry. I was thinking
yes.
you were saying, because when we said 36,000 a year, but you're saying that's profit. All profit.
Net profit, yes.
So
I was adding up the spreadsheet.
So they're pulling in $500 a month in profit per unit. So they're making $3,000 a month in profit per.
Yes, maybe it is the 70% is Section 8.
Gotcha. And they're all. Do you know what the leases are on them?
Yes, in the spreadsheet she describes the rent.
Hang on.
1,200, 1,100.
No. The lease time, the time that they're.
No, the time. No, I know how.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is good. And they want to get rid of all of them, and you offered total of.
I am now in 50. But they counter offer in 60. I don't know.
Want
360.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But maybe 330, 320.
Yeah, let me just. I'm looking at. I just really want to. There's so many more units. Do me a favor. Add to this spreadsheet, okay, and put put the fill in all the information for other units in that complex, and let's see if the comps match up to what they want for per unit, and see, because I saw one for 47, so we know that they can go down to that price. I don't know. There's so many of them that are for sale.
I saw one for sale there on 50K.
Yeah, 50K. So that's I would stick tight with your 50K. I think that's still a really good price if you can get them.
I don't know if you wanted to JB with me that one and call the realtor and explain the 50K.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, let's talk to him, because at 50 per, it's a better deal. I would want to go lower, of course, because that's who I am. I'm a stinker that way. I don't understand their motivation. It's two people. They own 6 together. Why are they selling?
Not one person has 3 and the other one has the other 3. They are separate.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so 2 people. So there's 2 deals going on. We're going to deal with this guy for 3 of them. This is awesome. I love this kind of a situation, because now we can pit them against each other.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go after one of them and say, hey, I'll give you 130 for yours. And then the other guy will go, then we can work them against each other.
Okay.
So let's only buy 3 of these. We're going to say, hey, we're going to commit to 3 of them. And that creates competition immediately. Okay. So if we get them down low enough, then we'll buy all 6. But I can go 130 for 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? Am I doing the right math?
Yeah, like a 50K, yeah.
Yeah. So that's 4,300. 4,300.
Yeah.
So not 50, yeah. I mean 43,000 per unit.
Yeah.
Start there. Let make an offer. Just say, hey, I talked to my lender. I can't qualify for all 6. I can only qualify for 3. Okay. And you see why I'm doing that? It's because now that creates competition between the 2 people.
Yeah.
And so depending on how hungry they are to sell, one might be like, hey, I'm taking that, because he's the first guy that's called us. And so say, I'll go, I can go 130 for 3 of them. That's all I can do. And that's all my lender will let me do. Excellent deal if you can get it at 130. Really good.
Okay, makes sense.
We got to find out if there's management. Do they already have management in place? Oh, wait, are these the ones that have the HOA? That's ridiculous.
Yes, it's 488, but we
already went over this. Remember, the HOA kills the deal.
Yes, but it is bringing 36 after paying HOA. The gross revenue is 81,000.
Let me make sure though, because the HOA. They do have the HOA in here. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's only 488. I thought it was 1,400. Remember, I thought we said it was ridiculous.
What's a different?
Oh, that was a different one.
Yeah. But this one, gross revenue is 81,000, but the net it is 36 after paying property taxes.
I just wanted to make sure they added the HOA in there and weren't being sneaky. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's try that. Let's try to compete. Let them compete with each other. Okay. I think that'll make it really fun.
But you are interested in JB with this one or
Yeah, but let's find out that first. And do they have are they free and clear? They own them completely, correct?
Yeah, they are clear, 100% equity. But I don't know.
I mean, we should pivot to the seller finance if that's the case. Say, hey, we can come in. I can pay you monthly. If you want to take a set of payments monthly, I can pay you monthly for 10 years.
Because at the first time I offered a DSCR loan, I sent my proof of funds, and they say okay, and the director was interested when I sent my proof of funds. But my concern is about the condition of the 6, because they could see, yes, I sold you for 130,000 for 3, but it's the worst.
Condition. Well, we got it. I mean, that's the beauty of the inspection period.
Yeah.
So make sure they agree. to a 15 business day inspection period, so we can inspect them and make sure that they're good. But they're all rented, so that's usually a sign of them being good enough because they're rented.
Okay.
So what I need you to do is call the realtor, ask how long the leases are on each, and ask them if there's a management company involved.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
And those are our main two questions. And send me a DM and with your phone number. And then later this afternoon, I might have some time. I'll give you a call.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay, buddy. Take it easy.
Okay, you too.
Later.
See you later.
Okay. Let's see what else we got here. What else? Oh, Tim, how are you, bud? Bringing you up. What is going on, Tim? Let's see here. I invited to speak. Let's try it again.
Going on, Trent?
There we go. What's going on?
I thought I'd pop on and support because I know we were, talking a little bit back and forth on Discord yesterday, man.
Totally appreciate it. Do you have a camera?
I probably can't turn it on right now, but
What do you mean you probably can't? Shady.
I mean, I don't want to turn on my camera right now, to be honest with you.
That's more honest. I appreciate it. No problem.
Yeah.
I probably can.
I can, but I don't want to. But no, man, I just wanted to come up because I know we were chatting a little bit back and forth in the DMs. And when it first started, almost 3 months now, I think you were the first person that I hopped on and asked the question to because I was so new.
Yeah.
And
now you're killing it. You got one under contract, right?
No, I've gotten.
Oh no, you got one paid.
Yeah, I got one paid. Yeah, I have another one getting paid here in about a week as well.
Oh, so great.
Couple under contract, but yeah, man, I'm just grinding. But I thought I'd hop on and just to support, to be honest,
No, I appreciate it 100%. Hey, because you're getting actual checks in the mail, which did you do that through Hold My Hand?
No, I didn't. So the evolution for me was I started with on market, and then what ended up happening was I kind of gradually shifted to off market.
Okay.
And then I've had pretty much most of my success there. But I did close a deal on market, but the guy died. So I was like, damn, yeah, it was crazy, dude. It was insane.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh crap. That's
it was a good deal too, but
did he have a will or a trust at least? Did it go? I mean, because you can still revive it. I'm sure the heirs would love to get rid of it if he wanted to get rid of it.
What happened was we got the deal signed and then we opened title, and there were so many liens on the title. And I was gonna walk away with like 15 grand. But he has no like heirs or any of that stuff. It's all gone pretty much. I should have filed if I filed the memo, I would have had an opportunity or chance to make some money. But I watched like a Jerry Norton video and they had a whole thing about like the lawsuit in Arizona kind of spooked me, so I didn't really file a memo or anything. Yeah, it was all good. I mean, after that, it was a little bit, a little bit tough, but I got my first deal, and then now I'm just working on the next couple.
Nice. Well, I mean, I'm super stoked for you that you're landing deals. You also have a stalker in the chat, Marilyn. My VA said, let's see that physique. I remember you. That's a little creepy. So you got a Marilyn, you got to like throttle back. What is that all about?
I appreciate it.
but yeah, man, I thought a little bit creepy.
That's all good. But yeah, man, I just thought I'd pop on and just give my support, man, and just hop on.
Yeah. So I mean, the main reason I got popped from them is because I was promoting the Wholesale Atlas. That was what really did it. But it's better for me now because I can dispo things for people. And so before I wasn't allowed to. I had to use buy box, and as you know, buy box was not really not very good, I guess is the word. And when you'd put any deals in through their dispo, it usually took forever, and then the deal didn't happen.
Right.
So I want to do things differently here. I'm going to beat you guys up on the front end more to make sure that we get really good deals. So when we do put them into investor lift and to our buyers, it's a good deal, and people have no qualms doing it. Is that what you're finding with your deals? I mean, are they amazing deals when you're closing?
Yeah. Like for me, since I do off market, the pool of buyers is a little bit different, right? Like I target foreclosures a lot. People that have code violations or tax liens, so they're in a pretty tight position. So I can lock things up at 70% of ARV minus rehabs, minus commissions, and still make money. It's a little bit of a different game. It's less logical and more emotional, but
Okay.
to find the lead is really difficult. Like, and that's the issue with off market, right? Like, is finding the lead, and if you can find the lead, then it's about your ability to sell.
Exactly.
So I am getting deals penny on the dollars, but I haven't done a seller finance deal yet or sub 2. But if presented, I'd love to do a sub 2 or a seller finance.
Oh, absolutely, it's the way to go, and that's where a wholesale atlas helps a ton. And that's if you want to search, how much of a grind it is to search. I don't know if you were here earlier. I was showing how it works. They do a lead gen where you just pick a city, and on the first couple pages, I can find you 10 to 15 places to call. And so that's where I'm kind of focused, especially with newer students, is getting on the phone and getting and talking and creating those connections with the realtors and all that stuff. And so Wholesale Atlas really helps with that, because in 30 seconds, I can give you 15 places to call. No question.
That's awesome. Are the leads a little bit newer?
Here, I'll show you. You want to see what it looks like?
If you don't mind, because I'm paying right now for they're supposed to. So what they do is they have runners that go to the courthouse.
Okay.
And they provide fresh, quote unquote, leads like every single day. I pay like $700 a month on. I regret it, to be honest. But
700, that's a lot.
Yeah, I definitely overpay for sure. But they give the newest and freshest ones, because the leads on like PropStream or like Deal Machine, they're typically aged pre-foreclosures, which is an issue. So
here's the way I kind of have shifted and teach a little differently now is I just want you to get on the phone, because if you can talk to the realtors, you're going to find your pre-foreclosures there, because they're going to be like, oh, you do that? Oh, I've got, 6 different ones or whatever, so that's why I love Wholesale Atlas, is it's getting people on the phone faster. And so let's say, give me, what's one of your cities that you like?
Let's do Raleigh.
Okay. So right away, you go to lead gens here, and you go to Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay. And the beauty, what you're kind of looking for is subject twos, right? So you potentially
I do all cash, but
you do all cash.
I do a lot of cash.
I'm sorry.
Here.
Right, but the subject twos are usually people that are, they've got a loan that can be taken over, so it's kind of your wheelhouse. But regardless, here's what I usually do. So I'm in Raleigh. I go sort by price, low to high, and this is the simplest way to do it. And usually the first few houses are all hammered, but these are apartments, and they're good. We go by the 1% rule just to make life easy. This is going for 158, and it rents for 1,700. So that's one to call. 172, 1,700, one to call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
again, the rents reflect whether it's somebody to call. Now, for you, you can look at their equity. And so this guy's got 10% equity. You can go in deeper, analyze this, and see where they're at. And so now we're seeing, okay, they've got a 6% loan. They only have $4,000 in equity here. They're asking 181, which is unrealistic. And so that would be one to call as well, but to offer, hey, I'll come in and I'll just take over your loan. It's not a great loan, but it's a low enough loan that, and it should. So really cool about this, and for newer students, is we're going offer price of, I do a down payment. This is kind of a way to trick it. So it gives you the offer price of 162. I come in and just take over the loan. I don't, I'm not giving you anything for a down payment. It won't accept 0. But then you can kind of see if it's going to be one of those that cash flows or not. And this one doesn't cash flow. Even if we came in and gave them nothing for their, so you wouldn't call on it. You just move on. But the whole point of the lead gen is you're finding things that are close to the 1% rule pretty easily. Raleigh's a little bit more expensive, and the rents aren't as good as some places. Like Baltimore, we were finding $100,000, less than $100,000 properties that were renting for $1,700. So I mean, it all depends, but it's such an easy way to search.
Yeah,
So
wow.
You don't have to, you don't have to dump over to Zillow Rent Estimator and then over here and then over there. You know what I mean? But you're working a different way. You're getting leads handed to you.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, there's different acquisition channels. Like, I don't do PPC or PPL. I saw in the comments. I do. My cash conversion cycle is a little longer, but I do SMS and cold calls with my my VAs. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be like really like valuable though. Like just like, you know, like building those relationships, because they can give you like pocket listings and stuff, right? So that's like
and
the
it's
beauty
just
part
so
about
quick. I mean, again, I can't say it enough that you need to be on the phone. Like, everybody sitting in front of that stupid offer oven calculator that is just too much information.
Yeah.
They spend a half hour looking at it and going, oh, okay, yeah, no, my cash on cash is, 17.345%. Like, no, we don't care. Just get on the phone. Just like get close and then get on the phone. And then I always tell them, get on the phone, talk to the realtor, and then tell them you're going to come back. And then work all your numbers and then come back and talk to them. 10 times easier.
Yeah, it's the way. You need a lot of volume.
It's really funny, Tim. I mean, the reason that I got kicked out of Hold My Hand Wholesale started when I found Wholesale Atlas and I noticed what Vidush was doing, and I thought it was amazing. And I suggested it to Chris and Richard, and I said, hey, this is going to happen whether or not you're on board or not. I've talked to Vidush. He's way ready to have you guys be a part of it. And they resisted it completely. They said, it's amazing. We think it's 10 times better than anything that we've got at the time. I mean, the buy box, I haven't seen the new buy box. I hear that there's a new one, but it sounded like they were already fighting with each other about it not working. But they loved it. And they're like, yeah, we want to do, we'd love to do that, but we have to be loyal to PropStream because they helped us out at a time where we ran out of money, and they gave us money ahead of time. From paying us for our, I guess they get like 40 grand a month from PropStream for their affiliate link. And so they're like, yeah, we can't afford to go that way. But again, I mean, what he's done is amazing. Also, there's a place for you called the Atlas where you can put your deals. And so now we got a place that you can get rid of your stuff too. And this is all free. This is just, they're just building. And so they want to, it's basically like an eBay for all your deals. And so if you have a deal, put it in here, just post a deal. You set up an account, it's all free. And then they just marry you with the buyer. They're not taking anything out of it. So
nice.
Their focus is building their world, building their network. And so
Awesome.
if you're there on the early stages, you're going to be killing it. I use PropStream every now and then. It's still okay for some stuff, and I'm sure for you it's important to him. Like
Yeah, I use it a lot.
yeah.
Like
So I mean, it depends.
lot,
Yeah, it depends what you're doing. If you're new and you want to save some money and you don't want to spend the $100 a month or 120, I don't know where it's at. That's why I want you guys to just, I desperately want you guys to get on the phone. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I think that I agree with you, Trent. I think a lot of people like just get too much into the analysis paralysis stage. Like if you're doing all market, like you need volume. Like you need like, I don't know what the stats are, but like 200 to 300 offers to get a deal. So like, you know, you got to play those odds, and then, you know, wow, that two to 300 you call, you end up nurturing maybe and developing a relationship, and with, I don't know, maybe a third of the agents, and you follow up and circle back and build that relationship with them, then that could be a funnel of leads that consistently get you, you know, easy deals. You know what I mean? So, but it's just about the volume, and also building like the right systems too, I believe. Like if you can go even deeper, I'm sure Wholesale Atlas will eventually come with a feature where like it'll eventually like scrape contacts for you. Let's just say you're to search up Raleigh, North Carolina, or Atlanta, Georgia, and let's just say you want sub 2 deals that are 30 days on market, right?
Yeah, here you go. Ready?
If there's a way where they can scrape the CSV file and then you set it up on your dialer, then you can like on a predictive dialer and mass SMS, then you can just get even more volume and then like talk to more qualified people quicker and faster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they have the advanced filters of what you want. So you can pick your price range, you can pick your days on market, all that stuff.
Yeah,
and that's in the Atlas mode. That one's more expensive, but again, totally worth it, because you get to decide, I want just things that cash flow,
right?
And you get to pick your cities and states, and so great. Yeah, it's a
cool.
And they're changing everything every day. Like they've got a developer that's actually in the company instead of, I mean, the boys have gotten taken by some Pakistani developers that kind of they own all their back end, and so they don't.
Yeah,
they're keeping it hostage from them, and they don't realize it. The boys don't realize it because they're so focused on everything else. So
there you go. Cool,
there
bro.
you have it. That's the whole story, Tim. Thanks for reaching out. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you're here.
No worries, man. I thought I'd jump on in and support, but I appreciate your time, man. Hope you crush it with the new server, and all the best, dude.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for being here. Take it easy.
Thanks, Trent. Bye-bye.
All right, take it easy. Larry, what's going on?
How you doing? Can you hear me okay?
Good. Really good.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I got a few
Do you
deals
have a
I'm
camera,
working.
Larry?
I can't. I'm at work at the moment. I can be on the phone, but I can't
We
do
won't
video.
say anything.
Office.
We'll keep it to ourselves.
Cool.
Okay, let's go.
So I got a few deals that I'm working on.
Okay.
Do you guys do condos or townhouses or anything like that?
I think anything that's a good deal is what we're going after. Does that make sense? And so if you can get it cheap, people are going to look at it. Like, not even a question. There's so many different investors for so many different things.
Okay. So I can get them under contract easy, man, but I struggle with finding buyers or legit.
Okay, so I'll tell you why. I can already tell you why. Your deals are not good enough. Because if you can get them under contract easily, it means it's better for the seller, that deal. So give me an example of a contract that you've got right now.
Okay, the one I have right now, it's $1,300,000.
Okay.
Down payment is at 12%, 160,000 down. But they were at like right around 7%. I talked them down to 3.2%, 3.28% on the interest rate. They will do interest only. It's a 7-year balloon.
Okay, that's why I found it. No investor does interest only, ever.
No, I can do.
No reason. There's no reason. Yeah, the investors will not do that. That will not sell.
Okay. They
Which
will.
other one?
principal and interest if I ask for it. I have that option too.
So the other thing I hate, I mean, I want a 5% entry fee. That's attractive to buyers. So what we're trying to do is I mean, literally this is a garage sale that we're doing, and you're getting something for, you know, $100 that you know is worth 1,200. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so you can go and sell that $100 item, whatever it is. You can sell it tomorrow for $200, even though you know it's worth 1,200. Or you can hold out for months and months and months for 1,100, even, you know, because you know it's worth 1,200. But do you see what I mean? We have to have the flexibility when we're selling things to have the price, because the new buyer that, I mean, we got the contract, the buyer that comes in is going to offer us less than what we're putting it out for. You know what I mean? So we're doing the exact same thing the seller just did, but we need to have so much room on these deals.
Okay.
And so we need to find a $100,000 property for 20 grand.
Okay.
You see, because like your $1 million property, it's 1.3 million. Tell me what the rents are at your $1.3 million property.
Rents are like right around 7 grand, 71, 70.
So the 1% rule would want you to have those rents at $13,000 a month. Okay, not realistic, and that's why. Are they duplexes or fourplex, or is it a single family or what?
Townhome. It's a townhome.
It's a townhome for 1.3 million. Where is it? Florida?
Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh, Scottsdale, of course. Okay, so you're in a very expensive area, not a place where investors want to be, because if I'm going to do a $1.3 million deal, I could get $1,300,000 places that are renting for $1,200 a month. Okay, so if I got $1,300,000 places, just do some math here, and they're renting for, you know, so that right there, that if I do $100,000, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. If I did 13 $100,000 places that rent for $1,000 a month, now I'm getting that $13,000 a month in rental income, right? Where for this, I don't want to put my money $1 million into this place and only get $7,000. Do you see what I'm
Right.
saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. Okay.
So yeah, investors aren't looking for the Taj Mahal or something beautiful that they're going to live in. They're looking for a way to cash flow positive completely. And so that's why you're getting your deals accepted, is because they're really good deals for the seller. They're
Got it.
not good deals for an eventual buyer.
Okay. You know, I had another deal. This one fell through. Let me
Yep.
just ask you about these terms, because
Yeah, sure. Let's get an education here for sure. And anybody else that has questions, pop your hand up so I can bring you up. Oh, that was quick.
okay, so I had a property in this was in Texas, Dallas, Texas. Property was
Yep.
going for like 271,000. I got it
Okay.
under contract with $17,000 entry fee. I had the interest rate at 3.9%. The seller didn't have a mortgage; they didn't know anything on it, and I tried to put it into buy box. They told me the interest rate was too high.
Yep, it is.
At
So
3.9.
what we want on seller finance, and write this down. This is a good formula for everybody for seller finance. We want to, for a seller finance deal, super duper simple. I like to keep it as simple as possible. I want to pay a 5% down payment. Okay, and so let's do real numbers. Let's say we're talking $100,000 property, and we want to do a 5% down payment, which is $5 grand. Okay. And let's say it rents for $1,000 a month. Okay, right at the 1% rule, meaning that the rent is 1% of the purchase price. Okay, down payment's $5 grand on $100,000. The rents are $1,000, so I'm going to offer 25% of the rents as a payment to the seller. Okay, so in this situation, we're talking $250, and then I want to get that on a 10-year balloon. Okay, so I want to pay $250 a month to them for 10 years. And the percentage rate I want and I demand, it's in my name, is 0%. Okay. I don't want to pay anything. I don't want to pay any interest. So if you can get all that in a deal, that is sellable every single time. And so what's happening is people are, are getting deals like the ones you're saying here. They're not low enough. They've got to be ridiculous. They've got to be a situation where the buyer can't help but buy it. All the houses I've bought have been ridiculous deals. I can't say no to them. So that's where we need to be. Does that make sense for you for the seller finance? So stop giving him an interest rate.
Okay.
We want to go 0. 3.9 is a good interest rate. 0 is an excellent interest rate.
Right.
That's 10 times better. Okay.
Okay.
Make
All right.
sense?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I also have. I'm starting to think that the single family resident that I have as well is not a.
Okay. Let me beat it up. I just am here to crush dreams. That's all, Larry.
So I have six. I have 6 total that I have under contract. I'm looking at
Okay.
them. They're not great according to your number.
Okay, but that's great. I mean, you're learning the process, and that matters as much to me as anything. And so if you get a lesson out of this, even if you don't get a deal, we're good to go. That's a win.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So this one is
So-
out of Oklahoma. It's a single family resident.
Okay. I'll tell you what, give me the purchase price and the rent, and I'll tell you if it's a deal or not. I
Okay,
can
so
do it that easy.
purchase price, they're at $235,000 for the purchase
Uh-huh.
price.
What do you get it at?
The rent, well, I did the offer more for a lower down payment.
For
Right.
seller finance. I'll explain that to you a little bit better just so you understand why. Okay, and what's the rent on 235?
Rent is at $2,500 a month.
Nice. Okay, this is a good deal. Okay.
Okay, so I offered them.
You're in a good spot, and you know why it's a good deal is because that's the 1% rule is crushed right there. That's great. You're at 235 and you're making 2,500 for the rent,
Yeah.
so that's great.
And
Go on.
that 235 is the cash offer if you pay cash. So
Okay.
with seller financing, they agreed to 285,000
Okay.
with 20,000 down, interest rate at 2.8%. And they're
Okay,
going to.
why are you throwing interest rates in here?
Well, they threw the interest rate. They offered
Yeah.
6.5% to carry the rest.
Okay.
And I told them 6.5 wouldn't be doable. They were like, we were trying to be competitive with the market, blah, blah, blah. And so I got through that objection and we agreed that 2.8% interest. And then
Okay. So now on your argument, Larry, to them, when they ask for an interest rate, say, hey, I built it into that 50 grand I gave you over your asking price. Okay.
I
So you
didn't
don't
think,
have to negotiate it. Say, oh, that I already paid the interest rate and it's in that over asking price. That's where your interest is. That's where you'll find your interest.
okay.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
kind of a cool way to say it too.
Okay. Well, the negotiation is still open with them. I don't it's not like, even though we have an agreement, I could always go back and try to renegotiate the terms on that one.
Yeah. And what are you paying them per month? I'm curious.
It would. Second. I'm at work. Give me 1 second.
No worries. No worries. Where do you work?
I'm a dispatcher for a large trucking company.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well,
Hang on 1 second. Okay. We're right at $1,950 a month on the payment.
bro, why? 1950?
Yeah.
That you can't. There's no way. You're only getting 2,500.
Yeah. No.
Shoot, you were so close.
Yeah.
Okay, if you take all those numbers that let me just tell you what I would have done in this situation. Okay.
Okay.
They were asking how much at the very beginning?
235.
They were asking for 235.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
well,
so
cash.
here's what I do. So 235, I would come in and offer 120,000. Okay.
Gee. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a jerk. Like I'm fine. But okay, the reason, and I'm going to tell you the reason on all this, the reason I'm offering so low is to kind of disappoint them because they think their house is worth 235. I'm like, and I'm a buyer, and I'm saying, oh yeah, no, the best I could do is 220. I mean 125. And they're like, oh, well, yeah, we can't go that low. And I'm like, well, and this is where we can introduce seller finances, and we say, hey, to get your 235, the way I can do that is on a set of payments. Okay, there's your seller finance. And so I say, with your 235, I'm gonna give you $12,000 down. Okay, $12,000 is about 5%, a little bit more. Okay, and then I'm gonna tell them, and they don't need to know my calculations or why I'm doing this, but I'm gonna give them 1/4 of the rent. Okay, so I'm gonna give them $625 a month.
Okay.
And I always frame it that's $625 a month for 10 years.
Okay.
You'll get that every single month for the next 10 years, guaranteed. And then I don't mention the interest. Okay. And
Okay.
so now if they come back to me and they're like, well, wait, what about the interest? And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, well, that's a good point. How about we do this? How about I give you 245? I'll give you $10,000 more than you're even asking for. We'll build the interest into that. How's that sound? Oh, really? 230, 245? Okay. Yeah, but we don't like that monthly payment. Okay, well, how about 255? Would that be better? I'll put it all on the purchase price. Every
Okay.
time you change the purchase price, it doesn't change any of your other numbers. You're still giving them $625 a month. You're still giving them $12,000 as a down payment. But now, in 10 years, we're going to pay them a little extra. Over that 10 years, that 20 grand is nothing, right?
Right. Okay.
So
So
what
I
if,
need to
let's say,
open my numbers drastically.
absolutely, yeah, we want to get deals. This is treasure hunting. So over 10 years, $20,000 comes out to be $166 a month difference. Who cares? We're good. Like, we can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Because
No
yeah,
interest. I mean, if you put an interest rate on that, go play with an amortization calculator and watch what interest rates, like a 6% interest rate on a $300,000 house, and you see what you're paying over 30 years just in interest. That's front loaded, meaning the interest is more at the beginning, less at the end, because they want to get their interest out as early as possible.
yeah.
You're going to be paying most of your mortgage payment is going to be interest. You
Right.
don't get anything for that. So this is, yeah. So the whole idea, Larry, is think of it as treasure hunting. Okay. And you're
Okay.
going after gold nuggets. You don't want anything less than a gold nugget. So you got to just keep finding it and really get ugly with your pricing. 50% of their asking price is where you start with a cash price.
Okay. Yeah, because
Always.
even with the cash price on the townhome, the lowest that they would take is 1.1 million cash. And
Right. But if you tell them that it's not worth what you're saying and you come in at 800,000, something crazy like that,
yeah,
then we're giving them a mindset of scarcity. Like, oh shoot, my place isn't worth as much as I thought it was. When somebody's selling their place, they're feeling very unsure. They're feeling, there's a fear there that comes in because they want to sell their house,
yeah,
but
right,
they don't know really how much it's worth because we don't have a, oh wait, how many pounds does your house weigh? Okay, we go $5 a pound. We don't have anything solid. It's all opinions, and it's all depending on the market. And so we get to decide what things are worth. And so if you're the authority making the decision of what things are worth, they'll believe you.
okay,
And that allows you to then give them more than the offer price with a seller financing deal where you'll kill it.
Trent, I do have one that I put in where I let I just said, you know what, screw it, let's see what happens. I told them no money down, all monthly payments, all interest will be included in the asking price. They had it listed for 65,000. It's in Ohio, and I offered them $70,720. No no payments, no nothing, no down payment, no interest. Everything's rolled into the buyout. And I told them 24 months. And they came back at me and said they would only do it for 5 months with those terms.
5 months?
Yeah, they would carry for 5 months. I would ultimately get the property with just a signature. And it's completely it's rent ready, basically. Like someone can just move in.
How much is it? How much are the rents?
Rents are like right around 1400 a
Okay.
month, 1350.
Not a bad deal. I mean, it's I don't like the time period. That's terrible. I want it to be way longer.
Yeah.
But if you're a new investor and if it's something for you, you get to decide whatever you want to do. But to sell that, nobody's going to buy it.
No. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
no.
again, these are investors that are searching for great deals. If you provide them a gift wrapped box of a great deal, they're going to be so excited. But if you say, I got a kind of a good deal, they're like, I kind of don't want it. So they'll just move on.
I'm gonna scrap all 6 of these, man.
Hey, what are you using to search? Did you see the Wholesale Atlas and how easy that is?
To be honest, man, I've been on Zillow and I just been cold calling.
Okay. Oh, bro, I'm gonna save you so much time and money and energy.
Yeah.
Have you? Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna do another real quick demo just for because Larry's in that same. Anybody that gets stuck, I want you guys to do this. So, Wholesale Atlas has changed everything for me, and so I'm pumping it out to everybody. The whole point of this, and I'm going to share my screen real quick, Larry. So your normal way of searching for something is you go on Zillow,
Mm-hmm.
you try to find something, right? Then
Yep.
you go to the rent estimator, right? You have to like, oh, I got to figure out what the rent is because Zillow didn't tell me,
Right.
right?
Yes.
And then you go to the rent estimator and you pull that up, you get the rent. And now you're like, oh, I got to go on PropStream and see if they, owe anything on their mortgage, right? These are all this is the standard way that is taught with Hold My Hand Wholesale.
Yeah, that's
because what's that?
I said yes, that's exactly what I do.
Yeah, and so they want you to use PropStream. So PropStream is $100 a month. This, which I'm going to show you right now, is Wholesale Atlas, $75 a month. If you use the promo code Trent, you get 25% off the first month, which is awesome. So for $60, you get to jump into it and see. Here's what I'm going to guarantee to you right now is I'm going to find you 10 properties in less than a minute that you can call on. Do you believe me?
10? Wow.
10 of them. Okay. I could cheat because I know Baltimore has a ton, but I'm going to go someplace I haven't been. I'm going to refresh. So here's how you do it when you get onto it, just so you understand. This is called City Roulette. They give you 3 cities. They're like, hey, try these cities. See what happens. They're like, hey, there's been some activity here. Here I am going to cheat because this can just make it easy. I already know Baltimore is this is a honey hole. Baltimore is. So I come into the lead generator in Baltimore, Maryland. I go to sort by and I go price and I go low to high. Okay. And then I apply the filters. And then what I do is I'll go down to page 2 because I know page 1 is going to have a lot of these kind of places that are all boarded up and not very good. Okay. But I'll go to page 2. And let's go down a little bit because those are kind of boarded up still. Okay. Maybe I have to, I didn't go to page 2 yet. So I'm going to go to page 2. Now I can see that these are a little bit better. And look at these prices. Okay. So the price is $80,000, right?
Okay.
And the rent is $2,500 a month. If you were getting that on your $250,000 place, I'd be like, sweet. These are $80,000. Okay. So we don't know, it might need rehab, but it's one to call on. Let's go to the next page. So that was the bottom of the page 2. I'm going to go. So these are a little bit more turnkey. So let's look at these. We're in the 110 price tag. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I'm going to come down. I don't like boarded up places. That's just me. Okay, here we go. We're a little bit better here. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
90,000. 1750. That's one. 90,000, 1750. That's two. And these are ones to call on. Okay. 90,000 rents are 2,200. Even though normal rents, the not Section 8 rents are 1,393. Still above the 1%. We're killing it. That's three. Here's one, 94,000, 1750. Yep, gonna call on it. 1750, still in 95,000s. We can go through and just hit these. Okay, we're up to 6, right?
Yeah.
I'm still in 30 seconds. 95,000, 22, 22. These are all 95, 7, 8, and 9. And there's 10. 95, 2,200. Oh, I'll give you 13. How about that? Boom. That's 13 places that you can call on right away.
Okay.
And you're going to offer, in this situation, you're going to offer $50,000 for a cash offer. So here's the beauty. Once you start doing that, check this one out. This one's nice. It's $100,000. This isn't bad. We're doing okay right here. Okay. Very much so one to call on. And when you call, you want to find out what's going on with it. Again, we're gonna it's $100,000 place. We're gonna offer, they offer 59 on Wholesale Atlas. I go even lower. So I'm going to go $50,000 on this. Here's all your calculations. Here's letting you know there is no loan, no loans available. And also it says it up here, no open loans found. It's been on for 289 days. There's something going on here. We want to find out what it is. Okay. So we're going to call the realtor. Oh, where's the realtor's information? Boom, right there. So I haven't gone anywhere else. I've stayed in this. Now, oh, I got to go to the calculations. Here they are. If I get it for, $50,000, I'm going to be cash flow $887 a month. Cash on cash return, killer. Ignore this because I don't like to give an assignment fee. You almost have 100% cash on cash.
Okay.
Definitely one to call on, right?
Yeah.
And then if you can move it into a seller finance situation, you can. But at $50,000, you're going to be killing it. This is one of, what did I do? 13 of them in less than 30 seconds. Whereas when you're searching for them on Zillow and PropStream and Zillow Rents, you have to go through those steps.
Yeah.
The amount of time it takes you to go through that one step, I can find you 13, 15, 19. I can find you a ton.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'm
What
gonna
do you
have to,
think?
oh man. Cause yeah, I do
That's
go Zillow, PropStream, back to Zillow.
right. And it takes you a half hour. Like
Yeah.
it's well, because you go there, back, and then you go, oh, I gotta get I got a dispatch truck, and then oh, I'm back. I'm like, where was I? The best part of this is like all those, like if I lost my place here, let's say I hit the wrong button, I went to search, and then I, like an idiot, I closed out. Let's say I even closed out the entire thing accidentally, which we all do constantly. Oh, I closed it all out. Now I've got to, I'm like, dang it. I had all those houses, right?
Yeah.
Like, dang, now I don't know where I was. I don't know what I lost. I don't know. Oh, go to the dashboard. Well, bam, there's all the ones I hearted. All the ones that we put together for you.
This is cool.
Okay. And so you can stay organized. Even better, once you're in there, you've made the call. And look at, hey, called the realtor. And they loved me. Okay, so that's your note.
Yeah.
You save it. Go back to dashboard when you're done. Like you're going to be, maybe you say you reach out in 3 months or whatever. Right here. Now I've got my notes. I got the ones that I saved, and I know I called on that one. It's going to make your life easy.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
I mean, that's if you want your life to be easy. You can 100% go to Zillow, go to PropStream, go to Zillow Rents.
Yeah.
Take a half hour, go to the offer oven, analyze the deal. Like when you analyze the deal in the offer oven, go ahead and take another 30 minutes to go through that. Here it all is. I needed my tax, I needed my insurance, I needed my HOA fees. Oh, they're all right here. I'm good. I'm good to go.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Let me ask you this, Trent. You know, I still haven't locked down my first deal yet, and you know, I'm open to JVing. I'm open to whatever.
Absolutely.
I want to get
Yeah.
it done.
We all
Oh,
do. No, and that's the biggest hurdle. This is going to get you on the phone with realtors. So if you followed my advice, get on the phone with a realtor immediately. Once you're in this part of it, okay? Once you've seen the deal, right, and you click on it, I want you to be like, wow, that's a cool deal. As you're looking at how cool of a deal it is, call Demetrius and say, hey, I'm calling on this house. I'm just now looking at it. It's on Franklin, and I wanted to ask you some questions. I'm looking at, and then just chat away.
okay.
But I don't want you wasting time analyzing the deal. I
Right.
want you wasting time getting on the phone with a realtor, talking to a real person, getting it out there. You're just setting time bombs at that point. And so you're like, hey, I really do, your house is cool. I think it's great, whatever. Boy, there are some things that I see that really needs help with. I'm going to have to put a new banister in there. You don't, but let's say we do. You know what I mean? So let's start picking it apart. And this is what, okay, so I've got, I see it's going to need a lot of rehab, and I'm going to have to paint and do a bunch of stuff. And that's just building it so you can say why you're going to offer 50% of what they're asking. It's like,
Okay.
hey, if this was turnkey, I totally understand your asking price, but it's not. I'm going to have to do about, $40,000 worth of work.
Yeah.
Get my guys in there to really make this place special, that somebody's going to want to pay the rents that, that should be, happening here. And it
Okay.
looks like it, might have been caught in a fire too. And so that makes me nervous. And you see, there's a million things you can talk about. And then you're like, plus I got to, probably another 5-6 grand in the backyard to put in some lawns there. You can say whatever you want to. Like, oh wow, and it needs painting. The whole thing. Well, here's that fire. So there was a fire here.
Mm.
Okay. So that's why we just want to beat them up a little bit. And that's why you can justify and feel good about giving them that offer price of, 50,000.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Make
All
more
right.
sense. I hope that helps everybody in the guys, I don't mean to over sell on Atlas. I just really like it. And so it's all an honest opinion of it. I think it makes your guys' life so much easier, and it gets you on the phone. So that's why I'm kind of partial to it, is because I know if you're using Wholesale Atlas that you're going to get on the phone. And that's the whole point. Make sense?
Definitely. I'm about to
Okay,
hop on
Larry.
as soon as I leave here. All right. Thanks,
Okay,
Trent.
good. Excellent. I love it. Take it easy, bro.
Too.
See ya. All right. I don't know who's okay.
Hello.
Peace. What up? How are you doing? That was kind of creepy. Hello. What
That was me.
up? What's going on?
So I have just a quick question on subject to deals.
All right.
So there are a lot of them in Houston, Texas. So the ones that be like assumable VA loans, is it like just to get them to accept taking an assumption? That's just it.
Okay, so no assumptions, not at all. Stay away from VA loans, because VA loans have to have somebody that's a veteran take over the loan if we do that. So no more VA loans. Try to stay away from them. It's just it's a hassle. The only thing that I can offer in VA situations is that I can find them another house wherever they're moving to, and find them a wholesale deal like we do for them, so they get a better deal. So I would stay away from the VA loans.
If not VA loan, what if it's like new conventional or FHA? You just get them to accept assuming the loan and you have a deal.
No, get assuming the loan out of your brain completely. Let me explain to you why. So assuming a loan means you're going to come in and the bank's going to be like, oh, Eunice, okay, or Victor, you're going to assume this loan. Great. I need all your paperwork. I need to see, that you can afford this. I need to see all the stuff. And we're going to raise the interest rate on that loan because we don't want to lose money. So you're going to get, the market interest rate of today, where your loan might have been 2% that you found, they're going to put it up to 7% or whatever it is today. So we don't assume it. What we do is we take it over and we put it in a trust. And so we do what I take assumable loans and change it with trust acquisition. So we're doing a trust acquisition, which means we're taking the house, we're putting it into a trust, and we're going to buy that trust. Okay. And the way we're going to buy that trust is over time by giving the bank the money, and the person that owns the house is now free from it. They don't have to make that monthly payment anymore. Make sense?
Okay. Okay, I just sent you an address in your message. I just want you to help me analyze it and what I could possibly do with that address.
Absolutely. Let's see.
Did I not save it?
Let me see here. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's search this one out. Okay, so where are you at with this? What did the realtor say?
I haven't really called on it. I just wanted to like
No.
know,
Wrong answer. No.
there are like a lot of these deals in San Antonio, so I just wanted to like know where
No.
this could be
Okay.
a good deal.
How many realtors have you called, sir?
Today, none.
Okay, what about yesterday? None. Have you ever called a realtor? No.
Yeah.
How many realtors have you called, Victor?
I've called a lot of realtors, actually.
A lot being 700?
Like 50, 60.
50 or 60? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let's do this. I'm gonna make you call one right now. Okay. Here's all the information. I love this. This is you fell into the trap, sir. I'm taking you down. Okay, and you said you like San Antonio, right?
No, I'm just saying because I saw a lot of subdued deals there. So
Okay, hold on. So here's the deal. I don't want you to decide how you're going to buy this place without talking to a realtor. Okay, so the most important thing is you're going to talk to the realtor first. Okay, you with me so far? Okay, Victor, and so we're going to talk to the realtor, right? I'm going to go to San Antonio. Are you looking at my, can you see my screen?
yeah.
Okay, San Antonio. What the heck? Oh, I did a property search. Lead gen. Do you have PropStream? Do you have a PropStream? Do you have a wholesale atlas yet? Wholesale
No.
atlas. Okay. Think about it. This thing's great. Okay. We're going to San Antonio. And there it is, San Antonio, Texas. Population of almost 2 million people. And there's going to be a deal for you. I'm going to go to sort by price, low to high, and I'm going to apply the filter. Okay. Okay, we got some hammered, nasty houses on page 1. So I always go to page 2. I set this to 60 so I don't have to keep on changing pages. Okay, and we're going to go to let's go to page 2. Let me see where we're at. Okay. I'm going to find you a home here. So let's look at San Antonio. 1180, an $89,000 home. Okay. They own it 100%. You're going to call on this one. Okay. And we're going to see what's up. That's all we care about. Tell me what's going on with this place. Okay. Look at purple walls. It's not a pretty place, but let's see what we can do. So it's been on for 179 days. That is all we have to do. We are done figuring out whether or not we need to call it. Okay. How fast was that? I'm DMing you the realtor's information, as well as I'm going to DM you the address just so you have it in front of you and you can talk to the realtor. Okay. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to text this realtor and say, hey, my name's Victor, and your last name. And you're going to say, wanted to call you about Olga, 138 Olga. Olga. Okay. And then you're going to call her or him.
Man, hurry up.
Okay.
Okay. Should I do it right now or?
Oh yeah. So do you have a phone right there?
Yeah.
Because you're on the computer?
Don't trust.
I have my phone right here.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So hey, do you know how to turn off your noise suppression?
Where is it? Yeah, I gotta run.
So go to where the left-hand corner, there's your name, there's another it says video and screen. Right above screen, there's a little thing with 5 vertical lines. Just click on it and turn it off. Find it?
Yeah.
Perfect. And just
It's
kind of
like,
turn, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it says noise suppression, then just turn it to off or to
Yeah, just
like
did it.
toggle it. Okay. So Victor, what you're gonna do, you're gonna just ask questions about the house. Hey, what's the deal? What's going on with this one? You are a new investor. You're very new at this, and to and kind of fall on the mercy of the realtor. Like, hey, I'm new at this, but I saw this place and I wanted to see what I could do with it. So I wanted to find out, is that roof new? What kind of things does it need? What are we looking at here? Can you tell me a little bit more about the property? Okay.
Okay.
You got it, Victor.
And you're not going to give her any offer or make none of it. You're going to say you're going to call her back. I'll call you back.
Hello, this is Diane.
Hi, Dan. This is Victor. I was just calling about your listing at Olga. Is now an okay time to talk?
Sorry?
Do you have a moment to talk? I'm just calling about your listing at Olga.
Oh, which one?
The 138.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it as Zillow right now. Just quick question about the condition.
I have, but right now we have an issue with title on the property.
What?
I'm trying to get resolved.
Yeah, what's about that though?
I'm sorry?
What's about that? Like, what's happening?
It is they need an airship affidavit, and they're trying to figuring that out right now. The title has a cloud on it.
Okay, but what of the conditions right now? Is it vacant or occupied?
Yeah, it's vacant.
It's vacant. Okay. Do you have any idea how much you could rent out for?
How much what?
How much you could rent out for?
Oh, the rent. Well, he had it listed for he had it rented out for $1,200. I mean, rehab.
You mean the rehab version of this?
I haven't done the actually, I think he said he had it rented for $1,000 maybe, but I haven't done the rental comes on it.
Oh, okay.
Lately.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I can see, the house is not actually in turnkey condition. What of the roofs? What can you tell me about that? The HVAC, the heater, stuff like that?
Okay. It has no central air. It's gas heater. He had window units in it. The roof, he says he doesn't know how old the roof is. The roof looks fine. There isn't any leaks or anything.
But
it's definitely old.
Okay. I'll definitely need to take a look at that. And I see
Are you in San Antonio?
Not really. I'm in Canada right now, but I'm gonna drop by. I have some partners in the area, right? So one of my biggest concerns, right? This has been sitting on the market for a while now. Is there anything I can see from the pictures? Because my thought,
the phone call is breaking up. I can't hear what you're saying.
No, I'm saying like it has been sitting on the market for a while. So my thought process is like there is something wrong with this that someone got into contract with and didn't walk through. I don't want to go through any of those hassle. So if there's like anything I can't see in the pictures, you know.
Well, it's been on the market a long time because the seller was asking too much for the property. He did not want to go down on the price. We did go under contract, and we had to cancel contract because of the cloud on the.
Oh, okay.
And that was at 80. That was at 80,000. I can tell you because I don't want to. Everybody keeps lowballing, and I understand because it's lower. But that contract was at 80,000 with buyer paying for all closing costs.
Okay. Okay, and based on what you just said, right? How much do you think is the right price for this?
What was that?
How much do you think is the right price for this?
Hello?
How much do you think is the correct price for this? Can you hear me?
We have a bad connection. I can hear you now.
I mean, like, how much do you think is the right pricing for this listing?
I mean, what I think is the right price and what the seller thinks is the right price is two different things.
Yeah,
I'm an investor too. I mean, the guy, I think at 80,000, if you have somebody that's, you know, if you have a good contractor that will give you a good price, you know, you could make some money on it.
Okay, no worries.
But
yeah, I'm gonna get back to my lender on this one because I'm gonna buy this off a loan, right? So I'm gonna send this over to him, let him run the numbers with our contractor, know what he thinks about it. But what if I'm just saying
I can't hear you. We have a bad connection.
I'm just saying I'm gonna get back to you and maybe present an offer on this, right?
Okay.
Yeah. My question is, right, if the numbers aren't looking as good, do you think the seller is gonna be flexible on this? Because I see potential in this, but the rehabs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I know that he's not going to go below 80,000. He's just not. He's been holding strong, and he didn't even want to go that low.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
He's willing to wait. Okay.
Okay, no worries. I'll give you a call back later on. Okay. Yeah. Bye.
Well done, sir. Excellent. That's great. The only thing I would do is I want you to project more because you're very like, what's up? How's it going? I'm gonna be really Don't be that. Be like, hey, what is going on with the title? You know, like project your voice. I want you to that gives more authority. You've got a very cool accent, but it can also work as like people are like, I have no idea what you're saying. So if you project and your volume's a little louder, you're gonna be so solid. That was great. I think you did great there.
Yeah, thanks.
How'd you feel?
I do work in sales right now. I go door to door, and I used to call for wholesale deals, but I haven't gotten one yet. So
you're close. Wholesale Atlas is going to help a ton. Did you see how fast that was?
Yeah.
We just got through the whole process in less than 5-10 minutes, right?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna on that. But like, how what is the comparison with PropStream based on the mortgage?
Better. Because look at if you want to know about mortgages, all you need to know is if they have one and what it is, right? There's not that much. PropStream definitely gives you more information, no question. But it's also information you don't really need. So right here, every single one of them shows you, hey, they have an equity of 99. This one has an equity of 100,000. I get to see what their equity is right at the beginning. So we know these are all $100,000 equities. There's no mortgages on any of these. No mortgage, no mortgage. This one has a mortgage. So we'll come in here. But here, let me show you real quick. I mean, let me back up. Did I screw up? So That one that I just did. Equities 8.3, but it shows us what the mortgage rate is too. It tells me, oh, it's a 5% mortgage. That's all you're going to PropStream for. Is like, how much is the mortgage? What is the mortgage? Okay, now when we go into it, it's going to give me more information. It's going to say, yep, they have a $23,000 mortgage. They owe $16,000 on it. It's almost a 5%. And here's their payment, $127. It gives you all the information you need. The only thing that PropStream gives you more is it lets you know linked properties. So if you see that they own like 1,000 houses, then you know that they're a hedge fund or whatever. If you see they own 2 houses, then you know that they're just doing this. But you're on the phone. Like, that's all the information you need. Let's not like cloud this and make it so much harder.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that was excellent. We want to know what's going on with the title there. But also, what I would do in that situation, he won't take less than 80. You come in and you say, hey, I looked at everything. Best I can do is 50. Best I can do is 45. Please keep that. That doesn't expire. And that's a time bomb. You've set a time bomb. And in 2 months, they're going to call you back. They're going to be like, hey, you still good with that 45? Because that title cloud has screwed us up and we can't sell it and blah, blah, blah. Then you've got a deal. Otherwise, set it and forget it. Make sure you heart the property when you're in Wholesale Atlas, so at least you can come back and see it in the dashboard, and you can be like, oh, okay, so that's that one from San Antonio, and you can put notes in it. You can say, it had a cloud title, whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. You impressed me, really. You did great, Victor. I want you to have a bigger voice, okay? Because your low voice, it's cool, great for ladies, not great for wholesaling. Okay.
Okay.
So I want your louder voice. I want you to have a voice. Really important, because this, like what are you selling door to door?
Like internet services, security, cell phones.
Bro,
TV.
the hardest job in the world is what you're doing door to door.
Yeah,
that is the hardest job. But
I'm here for the
more with that aspect, because the main thing is it's a property here in Georgia. She lives way out in a spot called Locust Grove, which is far from the city, and she needs to sell her house to work closer in the city with her new job.
Okay.
So I offered her the trust acquisition model, and she really paid attention, because her pain point was getting rid of being able to get the new house without being responsible for the mortgage.
Okay.
And so she's with that, but she's like, if you do that, I'm going to need 10% down, which is going to be like $30-some thousand.
Okay.
Is it possible?
That's possible. And here's what we're going to do. Even better. And this is I've got to give this a term, but it's the double whammy kind of a situation where you're going to help her with her house and you're going to help her find a house. So now you tell her, hey, give me a zip code of where you're looking and what you want to pay. Let me see if I can do the same thing for you on the other end. And we'll get you a house that you can walk into, not have to qualify for, and take over a loan that's probably going to have a better interest rate than you can find right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, that makes 100%
right there.
Hey, that's why I love calling into the bill, because I never even thought about that, and I can definitely see how that can work.
I'm super brilliant. You got to really watch out. I mean, super, super smart.
Oh, you're on point. I just be tripping on the low ball. I'd be like, man, damn, are they really going to take that cash offer? Man, you never know. So,
you never know. Absolutely.
You never know. So, no, I appreciate that. I'm getting on the phone with her after this meeting, and I'm going to pitch those two for her and see what we can do. And I'll get back to you.
Okay, you're killing it. Good job, buddy.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Take it easy.
All right.
Later.
You too.
All right. Who was first, Shad or Netta? Netta? Shad? Ned? Shad? Who's going to bring up a camera? Who's going to bring up a camera? There we go. What's up, buddy?
How we doing, Trent?
Good. What's going on?
Good. Hey, been on the phone calling some realtors, and got one who kind of, I don't know if you ever heard of, hooked me up with a one home deal that kind of just put in I would say kind of like a buy box deal where they can they said what are you looking for kind of in the area, and I mean I've probably got 24 properties that she sent me that were kind of in the area that I was looking.
Okay.
But one, really good realtor here. It looked like a good deal, but the HOA on it was like through the roof. So I was like, well, that's probably a little bit more than what I was looking at. But she sent me a couple other ones that I was looking at with a lower HOA. So I was kind of going to see if we could maybe run through some numbers here and see if it would be a good deal.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. Obviously, I'm at work, so I don't have I'm not at a computer, but I just have my phone.
I can handle the computer part. How about?
Okay, let me send you a DM here of the address.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
So this area is huge Airbnb area. I mean, the whole there's a whole bunch of Airbnbs here that are. I mean, it's really kind of a hot area for that. So
keep in mind it's a hot area in the summertime.
Right.
It's a beach.
Right.
So in the wintertime, that means it's vacant. It's ghost town.
Yeah.
So you got to plan for that when you're dealing with those kind of things. Hold on, let me unshare. Let's check it out. And where did you found this from one home?
From the realtor. She set me up on this one home, and then she suggested this property. She said this one. She sent me some financials on a couple other ones that I was looking at. All the rents, everything that it rented out for throughout the years, and then she said this one is you could probably get this one a little bit cheaper. It has not been an Airbnb, but it's Airbnbs are, they're allowed there. So it could be they've just kind of been using it as a vacation place, but they were wanting to get rid of it. So I thought I'd do a little bit more digging on this one, especially since it wasn't. It was a little cheaper on the listing price.
Okay, yeah. So it's in a good area. Yeah, it's I mean, for lake people, this is gonna Airbnb all summer long for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and what are we finding the normal rents to be, not Airbnb rent? Do we know?
So that's one thing that she was talking about. She said there's not a lot of long term. She said there's a lot of people looking for long term rentals there, but they just don't have any because everybody kind of Airbnbs right in that area. But she thought around $2,500 a month is what she thought it could be.
Okay, sweet.
For something like that.
And did they what any kind of are these guys looking to leave fast? They own it 100%, right?
And that's what she didn't know on this one. She said there was a loan on the one I actually called on was $392 on the same street, but she said this one she wasn't sure if they had a mortgage on it or if they owned it outright.
Okay, so if they own it outright, I would definitely. What have you done so far? What have you made any offers at all?
So no. I said I'd get back with her, and then she sent me, like probably 24 condos, and then probably 10 or so just single family homes of properties to look at and check out. So that's what I've been kind of doing, is looking at it, and it was kind of just super nice. Been giving me, and then she's been texting me, and this is the one that she suggested that would probably be could get the best deal on.
Okay. And guys, that's why we get on the phone right there. That's the whole reason. Okay. So here, I'm going to bring up Wholesale Atlas. I'm going to hide the address.
Sure.
But guys, I mean, that's if you can't, like, that's the reason you get on the phone. She is doing all the work for you.
Yeah.
You think Wholesale Atlas is good. If you have a realtor that's sending you deals, that's 10 times better. You can check them in Wholesale Atlas for sure. Okay, so here we go. And
the property looks good. I mean, you know, there's
yeah, it looks
obviously
fine. I
some,
mean, I was rolling through it. It's got nice views. It's got everything. It's awesome all summer long.
right.
And
Right.
so in the wintertime, it is like, I don't know. If there's hunting around there, then you can get away with an Airbnb for hunting, but I don't know if there's hunting. So those are the things you want to know. But definitely water sports on the lake, and you know, hanging out and just being a lake person for the week is awesome. Very rentable, very just kind of standard. Nothing. I mean, we're looking, you know, this is travel lodge kind of thing. Nothing amazing, but it's nice. Okay. So let's go to, I would say my cash offer is going to be around 200,000. That's what I would do, just to anchor them low.
Sure.
Okay. If we did that, I think I'm saying rents are 2,300. That's what I found as well. So
Okay, yeah.
right, even at 200,000, I mean, you're still, your net revenue per month is a negative. Well, here, ignore this. This drives me nuts. Yeah, so not even great at that offer price. Okay, so it's okay. It's going to cash flow. I mean, you'll break even, but let's give them that as our you know, this is what my realtor, my loan officer said I could do. But let's come in with an offer price of their offer price and say the way we can get to your offer price is 385. We'll give you 20 grand. Let's just round this up. I like to make it nice and even. So it's a little bit more than 5%. Your rent is 2,300. So 2,300 divided by 4, and you know why I'm doing that, right? 575.
Yep.
That's going to be our price to the seller, 575. Okay. Yeah, we're great. We're making $800 a month on this, 38%. This is incredibly sellable, very sellable. And that's at 23. Let's say the rents are worse. Let's say they're just 2,000. Let's see how much that kills us. Not much. I mean, we're still 589, 27% cash on cash. So yeah, let's get it under seller finance. This is where you make your money, and this is where you,
Sure.
I mean, this is the work you got to do. You got to talk them into a seller finance. And again,
And that's if they own it outright.
They do own it outright, the best I can tell.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. There's no mortgage on it. Okay.
I don't see one, but if they say there's one, then we believe them. Okay.
Sure.
And
Sure.
then we have to do it. And then if they tell you that, it's the same thing. It's like, oh, okay, well, let me run my numbers. Let me see if there's a way that we can make this work anyway. But yeah, good spot. Like really, I think it's I think
I love the area too. I've kind of been trying to go in places where I've been and I know are good and stuff like that. So that's kind of the strategy that I've taken, and I've been here in that area once a year. I mean, I love the place, so that's why I kind of started there.
Well, and it's 10 times easier to have a place in an area, and then when it's vacant, you go up and you hang out. And, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It's smart. That's a good idea. Good.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Well, I'm going to get on the phone with her again and talk to her and kind of give her some more numbers. Cause like I said, I didn't make any offers or anything. I just said I was going to, you know, like you say, I was, and then as soon as I got off the phone with her, it was probably 15 minutes. I mean, I just got bombarded with a bunch of stuff, and she was, I mean, she's super nice. You know, they're trying to make money too. If you can get them on the phone,
that's an excellent realtor.
And
Awesome.
she's been really helpful and really good. And so I'm going to get on the phone with her and talk to her about it and go from there. So, but yeah.
Brilliant. Excellent. All right, buddy. Thanks so much.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, are you coming back on this afternoon? You talked about that, but
I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Does that work for you guys? I mean, let's say show of hands. I was thinking about coming in when Richard goes live, because Richard, he gets so many people and it seems like that's a good time when people want to, and I thought, if nothing else, I'll come on. And then if you guys have questions that he's not answering, which is usually pretty typical because he's got a lot of things going on, or okay, we got 100%. So we got, okay, guys. Well, I will, when Richard, he's supposed to come on at 1:30, never does. I'll come on 1:30. Okay.
Okay.
So
And I mean, it like I was thinking, it's super helpful. Like, talk to you in the morning, make some phone calls, and say, hey, come back. Hey, this is what we got. This is what happened on these
Oh, I
phone
need to
calls.
hear.
Yeah, it'd be super helpful.
Okay, I'm doing it. No problem. I'll be back at 1:30 for sure, guys. Good.
All right. Perfect.
Okay, buddy. Take it easy.
Okay. Thanks, Trent. Yep.
Okay. Marilyn, you're on fire today.
I'll be super quick, Trent, if you're going to be back here in an hour. And there, is that Central Time you'll always be
No, I'm
referring
sorry.
to?
It's so yeah, let me be more specific. 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'm in California. So don't be jealous. Yeah,
Right.
Richard might get mad, but who cares? Yeah, so yeah, I'll be
It could get wild, man. It could get wild.
What's that?
So it could get wild, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be doing his thing on his Discord, so I mean, we shouldn't bump into each other. But more than anything, you guys are, it's so hard to get on and talk to him, and he does not follow through because he's 23 and he's focused on getting in his BMW and then getting in his hot tub and just hanging out. So, and stir the pot. I'm not stirring the pot.
And more subscriptions, but
yeah, and more subscriptions from people that don't come on. Yeah, I didn't say that.
But I didn't either. Let's don't even go there. It's beneath us. But anywho, I can't put my camera on, or like the other gentleman, I just shouldn't today. All right.
Okay, cool.
But,
no,
but
if you're ugly,
before, I'm not a robot. You've seen me.
We're going to give you the ugly pass. You get the ugly pass. You're too ugly to go.
That's fitting. That's fitting. So I needed to ask, man. Thanks. I wanted to ask what just seconds ago, before I came on anyway, you had touched on this with that man's rent. What do you take off of the number that show when you a little more seriously are looking into your numbers? You need to put the rent, want to use a rent number. I doubt very seriously you use just immediately what shows, because those are just always a little optimistic, and that's no offense to any.
Yeah, so I take whatever the lowest that shows. So I trust Wholesale Atlas 100% with their rents. They're always pretty solid. Like this one was, I don't know if this one even came up. I think I looked for it somewhere else, but let's see. Like if most of the rents, I take them from straight from Zillow. So if you're seeing my screen,
yeah, and I'm pretty sure Vid would say that's scraped from Zillow Rental Manager right there. No,
exactly. Yeah. So it's all he's done is save you 14 steps.
Well, no, I'm just okay. Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. I'm a big fan of the Atlas Guarantee. That I'm usually right
good.
now.
Me too. Yeah. So
but
I
just want to sound like I was knocking anything when
No. I didn't think that at all. No, you're just asking, do you take the high one or the low one, right? I mean, what I like is this is a generic one. But yeah, I mean, these rents are usually pretty dead on.
All right. You'll meet a guy in Atlas that takes $100 off the lowest one. And I'm fine. I can't help but believe that that's not a bad idea. But then again,
not a bad idea.
I don't want to shoot myself in the foot.
My whole idea is if I have a surprise at the end, I want it to be a happy surprise. And so if I underestimate on the rents, great. Then I'm thrilled, because first of all, you're also going to have 2 months or, in that transition time where you don't have a renter. And so you're losing that money. So that's where that 20%, they figure for it in here with your, where's your 20%? No, with the rehab cost. No, they figure it in here.
I'll click on Analyze Lead right now and see if I can help you find it. But I think it just says CapEx, doesn't it? But we'll see.
Yeah, it says operational expense. So yeah, so that is vacancy of 10% and management cost of 10%. And so that's a good, and if you dropped another $100 from what what the rent is, absolutely.
Okay. All right, big brother. And when you were doing your demos, which I've enjoyed this morning, I didn't hear anything about any rehab numbers though. So are you referring to strictly turnkeys, or are you just
usually I do turnkeys, and that's a good point, because I never really do anything with rehab. I always tell people they need rehab. I don't care what house. I mean, like, this house is beautiful, but I can find some stuff wrong with it, that needs to be rehabbed. So yeah, so maybe always put in like $5,000 in rehab.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea to start there. It could be way more, depending on, I mean, if we're looking at studs or not. But yeah, I mean, like, this kind of a place, I could say, I need to get in there and do a fresh coat of paint, so that's $5,000.
All
But, I
right.
mean,
And you've had such success since you're not so long ago starting real estate, right? You've already started a portfolio, isn't it right?
yeah, I started about a year ago with Richard, and then learned everything from his discords and all the people. I mean, the community teaches you as much as he does, which is awesome. And yeah, so I just am closing on our 5th one. We're trying to get it closed this next week. So yeah,
It's amazing, man. I mean, he just put me in the dirt. But anywho, so I'm all the more glad to be listening to you, and watching. I thank you for
any way I can help. I mean, I'm kind of obsessed with you guys. It's been really fun, and I spent the day yesterday. The reason I wasn't on yesterday is I spent the day with a remarkable guy from Zillow. I got lucky enough to meet him, and we kind of spent the day together and kind of interviewed each other for potentially he's going to come in and help. And
that sounds great.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be game changer, because he's
Brilliant.
got he is a salesman extraordinaire, and so he's going to help you a lot with just how to talk to people and how to be a sales guy. So yeah.
Well, he's been all up in it, having been with Zillow. He's been, neck deep.
And he was there when they started. That's the best part, is he understands, like, and that's why I want to get him. Hopefully I get a meeting with Vid or Arteman at the end of the week. We're gonna all talk and see how he can help them, maximize what they've got going on, because they're killing it. I'm really proud of them.
And Vid's a super good guy, man. And a lot of people are familiar with him from HMHW, So, but yeah, he's a good guy, man. It's good company over there. And it's an added boost to have you. And if you can get that consultant to share a little time with us, all the better too. My last question, man. My last question is, because like you have a portfolio of your own, I'm wondering, do you do any, and what are your thoughts on renting to own with a property that you already own, renting it out?
100%. That's what I want. I want people that can't qualify for loans to buy my homes.
Amen. Okay. But
I'm
having the hardest time finding a lot of those investors. One reason I'm drawn to it, so I still feel like I'm missing a little something. But let me ask you, that your upfront lump sum you get from them, I don't know if it's supposed to be termed a down payment. I'm not sure, but some kind of fee.
Yeah, it is a down payment. The beauty is you're doing the contract. You get to decide, and it's a negotiated contract. So there's no like contract that is like, here is what a lease to own has to be. It could be anything from I can escrow some money from the rents. The rents are going to be higher than normal rents just because they can't qualify for the loan. They're going to put in 10% ish for a down payment. But this is money that they're all going to get. That it's going to come back to them when we sell the home. Okay.
So that brings up my concern about the quote unquote down payment. But you just probably maybe explained it with like some other fees or whatever, writing your own contract, so that we can eliminate that cash on cash problem. We can't always just raise our rents $200 a month. But if you can get it $2,500 to $5,000, much less 10% of the volume of the home, unless it's all quote unquote down payment and supposed to go toward the purchase of that home later if they do purchase it. You've got an injection, a cash infusion that eliminates that cash on cash problem that first year with that $10,000 assignment fee or whatnot, right?
Yes. And the other great thing about it is you're not a landlord. You are
carry on top.
And the very best of all of it is if you do, I will probably do 5-year leases. At the end of that 5 years, if they go, yeah, we don't want to buy it.
Yeah,
perfect.
Exactly. Oh no. So you just go and get another quote unquote down payment or what have you, right? Bam.
Exactly.
So why aren't there more? Trent, is why I'm so curious.
I don't think people want to do the work finding the retail buyer. That's what I really want to focus on. Like now that I'll be back at 1:30. During this time, I go and I'm searching for mortgage and mortgage lenders and seeing if there's anybody in the area of my house that have people that can't qualify. And that
Loan originators, man. I used to work at a mortgage company. Loan originators, man. We're full of them. You know, rejects. You know, so-called. That's not
what I want. I want the rejects all day long. So if there's, and I want to work with people that aren't looking for me to pay for the rejects, that want to really honestly get somebody at home. And then if it closes, you know, I'll buy a pizza party for the office or something. But I mean, it's
beautiful plan.
I really want people to do this out of the goodness of their heart instead of for the bucks. You know what I mean?
Right. And I'm sure it wouldn't hurt your feelings if a lot of people succeeded at buying home and gained home ownership.
That's what I want to see. I want to see everyone in here being an investor. Forget about getting your assignment fees. That's for kids. I want you guys to get your assignment fee and turn it into a home and then build generational wealth for your kids or your
sure. And I was sure you do. And I know I was referring though to, you know, your rent to own people, but yeah, I believe that's your heart for all of them.
No, absolutely. I want them in there. That's great. I'll go find another one. No big deal.
Exactly. So please sell, man. You're a great sales guy, whether you mean to be or not. I started asking, what did you do before this, Trent? Because when you were talking about asking questions and then put it so the gentleman's when he was selling what he would pay the buyer each month, it would go toward taking care of his mother, you know, for 10 years. I mean, that's things like that go a long way. But anyway, so that was great.
We're just problem solvers. That's all we are. So what I've done for the last 30 years, and I still do, is I own a television production company, and we do high-end commercials now. I spent most of my time working for ABC Sports and ESPN. We were there at the very beginning of X Games. I've done every major sporting event you can think of.
Incredible. You don't even need this investment real estate money, Brock.
I've had a blessed life, sir. I'll tell you that. I've had more experiences than I can even explain. I mean, it's been a good run for sure.
That's awesome. That sounds like some incredible experience, man. Well, all the better. Well, okay, we'll sell some more investors on becoming doing rent to own, dude. And is there much difference in lease option and rent to own?
Same thing. It's just you get to decide the contract. That's the beautiful. That's the beautiful thing.
Well, we need more of them. I've got turnkey properties all day that just don't produce cash on cash over, 16%, much less 20. But if you with a little cash infusion of a fee of some sort or whatever for a renter to own.
Mine have all been seller finances. I paid assignment fee. I paid one to Richard, and consequently, I don't know. I don't get it, but on my paperwork, it said that he got 70% of that assignment fee, and he gave the student 30%. So I'm like, wait, I thought you talk all the time about you give them 60% and you take 40%, but whatever. But I mean, yeah, all of mine have been seller finance. I mean, I'm the trust acquisition, and I walk in with equity as well. And so the last two have had $100,000 in equity each.
Damn, so that's talk about cherries. Well,
that's
okay. One last thing, I swear. Sometimes though, an issue is the damn interest rate. But again, if it's solved with a cash, I've had some rent to own investors who straight up said, Shad, cash on cash doesn't matter. But to some it does. Still though, like let's say you were looking at a 6% interest or 6.5, would that turn you off considering your cash infusion up front?
Definitely. 100%. Yeah. No, and that's why I only go after the cherry deals. I mean, I only go after the two I have are one's 3%, one's 2.65%. And so that's why it's a no-brainer for me. And that's what I want. I want students to find no-brainers. I want you to find things that you want to buy, that there's no reason not to buy. Those are the ones. And even if mine don't cash flow positive, I'm not paying my entire mortgage. Maybe I'm paying $300 a month or $200 a month on my mortgage. The other money is coming from, you know, whoever's renting it.
All the pros outweigh a measly $1,200 all
Exactly.
year, $100 a month or something. Well,
Right.
but you kind of hurt my heart, or maybe I was misunderstood. But just to be sure, I asked if interest rate was as high as say 6.5.
Yeah.
But
I
you
try
were
to
getting
stay-
that cash infusion. Would you turn down the deal? I recommend other investors too, though they're getting an upfront lump sum that
Yeah,
just
it all depends on the deal. Like I can overlook a 6% if I'm killing it in 4 other places. You know what I mean?
okay.
So
Thank you, Trent.
I mean, I'm going to answer the terrible answer of it depends, but it does. I mean, because if I'm winning in a bunch of other ways, then why would I? You know, I don't care.
All right, big brother. Thanks, man.
Okay, buddy, take it easy. Hey, Trent, you back? Or did I never?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm back. Thanks for having me up again. Actually, I came on with a question, but something just happened that was very interesting. I submitted an offer on a property. It was like a trust acquisition type situation. And I just emailed him, you know, just the terms just to see if they would accept. The guy calls me back and he says, "Are you with Grandin Taylor?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And I just kind of played dumb. And he's like, "Are you affiliated with Grandin Taylor at all?" And I'm like, I mean, I said, I learned how to do the, you know, seller finance trust acquisition stuff from him, and that's about it. And then he was asking if I was the end buyer, and it's actually not a bad deal. It's I offered $3,000 to the seller, $3,000 to the agent, and cover closing costs. So I'm guessing you're in about $9,000, and you make, you know, like about $316 a month in cash flow after everything's said and done.
Turnkey.
So I might actually keep it, but what would you do in that scenario?
That sounds great. Yeah, I'm super greedy. That 3,000 each, I would have gone 0. But otherwise, I mean, you're cash flowing. I think you're good. Is it turnkey and it's a beautiful house?
Yeah, it's already got a Section 8 tenant in there already.
Great, you're doing great.
So,
yeah, I think that's good. I love beautiful houses. I'm really. That's my problem. Is like I like them turnkey, perfect. I don't have to do anything.
But what do you say in that situation? He was asking if I was the end buyer, and then I'm like, yeah, of course I'm the end buyer.
Well, are you going to be? Are you going to be?
I don't know yet. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, and you could just say if the terms are right, absolutely. But I also work with a bunch of investors, and we pass along properties to one another all the time.
Okay. Yeah, he just
so he called you out on Grandin Taylor. Was it negative or was it?
Yeah, it was kind of like real confrontational because I submitted the offer and he called me back and immediately just goes out like, "Are you affiliated with Grandin Taylor?" And I'm just like, why have you?
Whereabouts? What city?
That one's in Montgomery, Alabama.
No kidding. Okay. Well, their reputation's getting ahead of them.
But yeah, I'm like, yeah, of course I'm the end buyer. I told him I sent him screenshots straight from my bank account. But let me. So I have an interesting situation. I wanted your thoughts on it real quick. It's a waterfront property in St. Pete Beach that was flooded, and I'll email this address to you. But
those always scare me.
So I was talking. It's a for sale by owner. So I was talking directly to the owner, and then I kind of floated the idea. I'm like, what if we just did like a 12-month balloon, 0 down payment? You know, and I said, because one of my good friends and partners is a contractor. So I said, I think your screen share is showing. But anyway, I'm like, look, a friend of mine, business partner, client / everything is and I, you know, we can renovate this home. And I'm like, what if we just offer you a 0 down payment, 12-month balloon? We take 4 to 6 months to rehab it and then put it on the market for 6 months and then sell it. You know, give him his payoff at the end of the balloon. I could also wholesale that. What are my chances of wholesaling something like that?
Tough. But yeah, I think we've seen this one before. Yeah, I've seen this house before. Yeah, it really took a hit. Yeah, but if you're part of the project, I am all for that idea. If you are just hiring somebody and trying to not be a part of the project, I would say no. Because You're dealing with a waterfront property. You're dealing with a lot of stuff. So, and you've got to get the price ridiculously low. So, are you offering 600,000?
No, this one's 1.3 million listed. I was going to offer 1.1 million on a 12-month balloon, $0 down.
Nope. Go lower. You're gonna be well over $200,000 in rehab. Well over 200,000.
Okay. Well, he's rejected offers at like 975.
This thing's been up for a long time. I've seen this one before a bunch of times. I'm telling you, come in at 600,000. Don't go any higher than that.
Oh well, he's rejected 975 and 850 and all that. So
okay, well, that's again, the amount of rehab. What's your construction guy say? Can he get it done for 200 grand?
Well, he's going to be in town this weekend, and I definitely want to check it out so I can just, go to all the other homes around there and knock the doors and kind of do some, driving for dollars type stuff. But I definitely want to check it out.
I'll give you an idea, Trent. I've got a building, 38 units with a restaurant below that I went and walked on. It had a fire in the restaurant. The restaurant's a Brazilian steakhouse. They pay $40,000 a month. Okay. Every single one of the apartments they're all studio apartments, 38 of them. Every single one of them needed rehab because of the fire and the water damage. And so they looked a lot like this, where they cut the bottom so it can air out. So their asking price was 12 million. What did I offer?
12 million.
Their offer price was 12 million.
And you want 1 million?
Okay, here you go. I'll give you the potential. You've got $40,000 plus 38. Let's call it another 38. You get $80,000 a month in rent when it's fully occupied. And you're asking 12 million. What do you offer on that?
80,000, 400 grand.
Yeah, so it's 80,000 a month times 12. Yeah, you're making $1 million a year, $960 a year in rents.
$1 million a year. Okay, so you offer like 3.5 million.
You're close. I offered 2 million. Okay, because just like this one, we don't know how much it's going to cost. I'm assuming it's going to be $1 million in renovation for my place, but this kind of place, we have no idea. You don't know what the damage is. You don't know. There's going to be things that you're going to be like, oh, we got through everything. Oh, the foundation is lifted because of the water that seeped underneath that we didn't know about, and it's pooling. Oh, we got to take out the entire foundation. That's going to be another $100,000. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
This is a $600,000 deal. It would be a deal. You could get rid of it if you had to at 600,000 because you could sell it for 650 and somebody would come in and they'd be thrilled. So that's what I'm trying to say is make sure you're making these offers ridiculous. Like make them way in your favor, not in the seller's favor. That for 2 million, I mean for 1.2, and they're asking what?
Well, they're asking 1.3. I was kind of going, I don't know, 1 million, 1.1. Because there is also the AC's new, and there is a bunch of supplies there already.
The AC was flooded. I don't care.
No, they replaced it.
They already did. Okay. Why did they replace it before they did any work on the place?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they were. Okay. Yeah, no. Here's the situation: the woman that owned it was the guy's mother-in-law, and she passed away. But I guess she had started kind of renovating it, and then she passed away.
Even
so
more of a reason to get in there and offer a low amount of money. They don't have any emotional tie to it. They're like, this is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Again, I can't reiterate enough. We're looking for treasures. We want to find amazing deals. And so you have to offer low prices to get amazing deals. And you never know when somebody's going to say yes. Nobody else has offered on this. Let's say that. Let's make that our assumption. I don't like the fact that everybody makes assumptions. My assumption is I'm going to pay $600,000 for this and not a penny more. That's mine. So I'll leave that time bomb. They can call me when they're ready to sell and when nobody else comes along. Then I've got a great deal. I can sell that all day long. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's my suggestion.
Okay. Yeah, well, no, I like that. I definitely still want to walk it because I'm going to be. So, yeah.
Hey, the education is always a part of it. I want you to do anything that gets you an education. I'm all for.
Okay.
So walk it. Yeah, definitely walk it.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for the information. Trent 1 and Trent 2 out.
Okay, Trent 1, Trent 2 gone. Or who's 2? Who's 2? Who's 1?
Oh, I'm number 1, obviously.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was pretty sure. That's the attitude I want. 600 grand, nothing more.
600 grand. Got it. Thank you.
Okay, bro. See ya. Okay, guys, I'm going to come back at 1:30 Pacific time when Richard goes live, and let's see if you guys get tired with listening to Richard. You can come over here. There's a place. I'll be a safe place during that hour and whatever. Okay, I will be back at 1:30 Pacific. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you then.